Alrighty, guys, we are live, like Joe Rogan would say. Hey, what's up? What's up?
Let's go.
Episode 1 of our podcast, or maybe it's my podcast with guest, or our podcast. We'll see how the scheduling works with everybody, correct?
Yeah.
Because I know Ryan over here goes on vacation for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay, yeah. For a wedding.
He's going on vacation for 2 weeks, so he starts the first episode and then he dips and then he makes his triumphant return.
Then work overnight.
Then works overnight.
So,
Jesus.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll try to come in.
Yeah,
Pop in.
we were just talking about his schedule, man. All that police stuff.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, anyway, so what's up? My name is Daniel. That's Ryan. You guys can't see because there's no fucking camera, but I'm pointing at him.
Yeah.
And Tran's over here. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Sunday, it's nice out.
It's beautiful. What's up, Tran? Where are you? In Jersey training?
Yeah.
What's going on? What you doing out there?
Is that what that is? What are you laughing at?
What are you trying to say?
No, we won't say anything incriminating, guys. Let's not get in trouble, right?
Not the first one.
No, not the first
We'll
one.
wait till a few in.
We'll do a special once a month where we'll have beer.
That works.
Once a month we'll get Tran crazy. Give him some Trulies and just tell him it's seltzer water and he'll lively it up.
After the tournament, we'll plan for it.
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, so episode 1, I guess we'll just start off with some introductions.
Yeah.
Yeah, who wants to go first?
I think you should go first because you're the big cheese right now, man.
Oh, yeah.
This is your show.
Oh yeah, what's up? Yeah, I'm thinking about naming this the DC experiment because everything's taken, so I'm not too sure. But anyway, so my name's Daniel. I'm 29. I'm a purple belt in 10th Planet Jiu Jitsu, Springfield, Mass. I've been training Jiu Jitsu for probably over 4 years. Kind of tough. I started in 2013, and I did the gi for over a year. But I was one of those 22, 23-year-olds that when they start jiu-jitsu, they'll train for a month and take a month off, and then they'll come back for 2 months. Yeah. I was partying hard back then, man. I was 23 years old, man. I was single, partying, bro. Fucking, I came in fat, started doing jiu-jitsu, lost weight. I lost who I was.
You're a beast.
Yeah, and so I was training jiu-jitsu with Team Link with John Manley, who's pretty dope. He's an OG in the game for sure. OG in the game. And Northampton. And then I stopped and took 2 years off. And I wrestled a little bit in high school, and that was kind of my first love. Being Hispanic, we grew up watching boxing. But I had a friend, she wrestled, and it was a crazy thing for a girl to wrestle. So when she started wrestling, I started going to all her meets, and I fell in love with it. And then I got to high school, and I sucked at high school. So my grades sucked. But I did wrestle, and of course, like everybody else, was a big UFC fan, big MMA fan. But back then, you could only get the UFCs and DVDs and stuff like that, and we never had money to buy the pay-per-view. So I would go to this guy, and he would bootleg the DVDs, the events on DVDs, and we would get them. So I started doing MMA. I started doing jiu-jitsu, but it was in the gi. Then I stopped for 2 years, and then one day I was like, man, I really want to come back. And I looked it up, and I was like, yo, there's a 10th Planet in Springfield, which is crazy because this is just, 2018, but jiu-jitsu now is way bigger than it was even just 2018. And that's when Eddie Bravo was doing his Eddie Bravo invitationals and stuff, and it was blowing up, and Eddie Bravo, everyone knows who he is. So I was like, oh, dude, they have no gi? Oh, man, they don't do gi anymore? Oh, it's crazy because Pat is in Massachusetts, he's the only one that's how would you say it? Certified to teach 10th Planet here, to have his own gym. Nowadays, you have to be a black belt to have your own 10th Planet school. And he was allowed to do it at purple belt. And he did it in Connecticut, helped build 10 Planet Radius, 10 Planet Fairfield / Radius, and then he came out here, which is pretty dope. So that's what got me back. And then I signed up in March, and in April, I did my first tournament, a month later. And I freaking went against a blue belt, and everyone knows this story, but we'll say it again.
I don't know the story.
Oh, so we did a tournament a month after, man. Imagine 2 years off, bro. I'm I would do a tournament because that's what everyone does, right? And I don't think, Tran, we trained together, but we didn't roll. We didn't talk really, right?
Yeah. I think you're just a white belt, and I just probably judged you, and you're just an everyday guy just dropped in. He's gonna quit.
Fucking fat. It was that you go in and you freaking on the mat and your fucking feet are bleeding and shit like that.
Yeah. I still got that now, man. I still got that now.
Mat burning shit.
Yeah, some people have been training over 25 years, still complain about mat burn.
Well, you need better mats. You need better mats. And so April, Fuji, Albany. Went out there. It was probably a month and a half of training. I don't think it was 2 months of training. And signed up, made weight. It was dope. I was like, oh, I did a tournament in the gi before with Team League, and I took second. I lost by a point in my last match. So I was like, yeah, bro, for sure. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do another tournament, whatever. And so we go, and my first match is against a blue belt. And like, Ryan, right now you started, like, this is awesome because like I'm in the middle of like my competitive career per se, because I'm only like 29. And we got Tran, who's like an OG, been training since 05. And then we have Ryan, who's just like, he started his journey.
At
like
32.
Yeah, well, you're in great shape, bro. You don't even know, bro. Like, you see these, you're in better shape than most kids at like 20, 21. Like, that's why I try to tell people, man. It's like, it's all like perspective, I guess. But now you come into the gym, and we got 4 purple belts, you know? You got me, you got Tran, you got Lewis, you got Randy. But back then, I think Pat just got his brown belt. And he only had Lewis at blue, I believe. Lewis and Randy, I think. So when you go to a tournament and I'm like, dude, I took 2 years off. I'm out of shape. I'm fucking fat. I'm going against bigger guys because my weight class was like 225 and up. And up means up. And my first guy was an older guy, but he was a blue belt. And I was like, bro, I can't do shit to blue belts, man. I was like, I don't do shit to blue belts on the on the training, man. I'm like, bro, he's going to beat me, blah, blah, blah. They're like, nah, dude, you got it, you're fine. Dude, I was like, bro, I'm telling you now, I don't do shit. And I went out there, and I guess this is where me and Tran, for, you know, build our relationship. I'll tell my perspective, and I'll have him tell his. But I went out there, and nervous as shit, and Tran cornered me. He coached me during that match, and literally I was like a fucking robot. First of all, he doesn't talk loud at all, guys. I wish you could see how close we.
Sorry, no, I'm working on it.
I heard him perfectly, even though it was a big tournament. There was matches going on, and I literally did everything. I was like a fucking robot, bro. Like a fucking robot. Like everything he told me to do, I did.
And it worked?
I beat the guy 12-0?
Yeah, 12-0.
Wow.
12-0.
Yeah.
He had no scoreboard.
No score. Dominated him.
That's awesome.
Dominated him. And then I had to go against his teammate. So now I just went through a blue belt, no point scored. Now I had to go against his buddy. But they were trying to do some, you know, tournaments. They always try to do some fuckery. They wanted me to go against his buddy because they didn't want them to go against each other because they were friends. But if he won, him and his buddy would go for first and second or something like that.
Even though you beat him?
Yeah. Because they didn't want to, because there was only 3 of us. So I beat the blue belt, and then they wanted me to go against his buddy. And I was like, nah, don't they have to go against each other? And then the winner goes for gold? Yeah. Oh, well, they're teammates. We really don't want to go. I was like, so you're trying to have me go back-to-back matches with both the teammates? So that guy, he hasn't went at all. And then the other guy, so what are you going to do after that? If he beats me, he takes gold after one match. So I went 1-1, he went 1-0 because you don't want to go against his teammate?
Yeah.
Like, nah, bro, that's not fair. Have them go against each other, you know? And mind you, he's going to be fresh. So they were like, okay, fine, blah, blah, blah. We made a big ruckus about it. And so the blue belt and his teammate went against each other, and his teammate beat the blue belt. So then I had to go against his teammate, and his teammate was like 265.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a big boy.
So wait, is it 225?
This is Fuji. Every tournament has different weight classes.
So what's the cap for that? So for yours?
I don't even know.
So you can go up against a guy that's 300 pounds?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, possible.
Wow.
So then I went against that guy that was like 265, and I beat him, what, 11-0?
I think 11-0.
Wow.
I 11-0'd him too. So I was like, yeah. And Tran again coached me the whole time. And I said, and then ever since then, we've been ride or die.
Help me, Tran.
I'm a needy athlete, bro. I'm needy. Anyway, so that's the beginning bio for me. What about you, Tran?
Hold on. What do you do here now?
Yeah. So now I'm a fundamental instructor on Tuesdays and Thursdays. My focus right now is predominantly on wrestling, trying to show a different side of jiu-jitsu, you know, especially for 10 Planet athletes, because we have this stigma that we're guard pullers, blah, 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 this and that. But I've really been preaching the concept of wrestling because I think the next stage of jiu-jitsu is really focused on submission wrestling and wrestling scrimmaging. And you can, even if you're a guard puller or you attack legs, the meta of jiu-jitsu is just changing, constantly changing. And if you want to be really good and get to like an 80cc standpoint, which is super fucking hard, but who knows, right? You have to wrestle. Like, it's got to be a focus. So I'm an instructor for Tuesdays and Thursdays fundamentals, and I teach Wednesday morning, which is probably my favorite class to teach.
Yeah, it's a good class.
Even though it's like always the same 3-4 people, it's just a different vibe. It's just a different vibe. So that's the beginning for me. You want to go, Ryan? You want Tran to go? Who wants to go?
Yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
My name's Ryan Bartlett. I'm a cop up at UMass Police. Been there for about 2 years. Never really done anything with martial arts. I've done like Muay Thai here and there. Did it for a little bit. Dropped out of that. Did boxing here and there. Never gotten anything, but I could just see where, law enforcement's going nowadays and everything going on. And just like I figured that, no better time than now to start getting into jiu-jitsu. I searched around. My brother, who also goes here, he told me about 10th Planet, and then he's like, yeah, it's in Springfield. I'm like, dude, I've looked. It's not in Springfield. So he's like, yeah, it's called 10th Planet Springfield. It's not in Springfield. It's in Agawam now. So the hardest part was actually trying to find where this place is. But it's on what, 270 Main Street? Main Street, Agawam?
It used to be in Springfield.
Yeah, I hope so, since that's what
so
it's called, right?
The reason why it's still called 10th Planet Springfield is marketing purposes.
Okay.
So he would have to change all his T-shirts, everything that he's made for this place, and as a branding. That's why when you look at the name outside or something, it says, was it Pioneer Valley?
Pioneer Valley
Jiu-Jitsu or
Sport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as far as marketing, like making new banners and new stuff, it would have just cost him way too much money.
Which is fine, yeah. So, I mean...
Yeah, but that's why everyone's like, I thought it was in Springfield.
Yeah.
It was in Springfield for a while, but we had, the gym was probably this size.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the OG gym.
Yeah. I heard a couple stories from you,
we had some good times in that gym, man. We had some good times in that gym.
Memories, for sure.
Yeah.
Hard training sessions, for sure.
But, so I've been up at UMass for 2 years. Before that, I was a corrections officer over at Hampden County. But I've been here for about 5 months now or so, and it's awesome. Like I said, I come in. I try to come in at least 3-4 times a week, fundamentals and the advanced class, and I love it. It's great. And I feel like now I'm a DT instructor up at my work, and I feel like jiu-jitsu is going to be helpful, so I can kind of show some of my officers, fellow coworkers, some stuff I learned, and kind of keep us safe on the streets, and keep whoever we come in contact with at least, The big thing with this, as I say, your confidence level raises up, and it also keeps you comfortable being close guard with people, because jiu-jitsu, there's no, space in between. You close that gap and you're face to face, you're breathing, you're huffing and puffing on each other, sweating all over each other. So that, it's great. It's great for law enforcement. So anybody out there is looking forward to get into it, it's definitely, time is now.
Yeah, we definitely have to expand and get more law officers and more law enforcement, especially with all social media and stuff.
Absolutely.
It's just crazy to see. We have Marines come in and stuff like that, and to hear the way they're trained, it's like, don't get me wrong, man. I'm not a Marine, I'm not law enforcement. I can't talk about the rigors of their training regimen and stuff like that, but 6 weeks of doing anything in life, it's not enough time.
Well, the thing is too, is with Marines and any type of military, I was never military, but they're trained to, kill people. Mm-hmm. Law enforcement, we don't want it. That's our last resort, even though people are out there who don't like that. But, the thing is, especially with jiu-jitsu, if you know how to hold somebody and wait till backup comes around so you can handcuff somebody, whatever it is, you don't have to, resort to any type of defensive tactics or whatever it is. It's, this is huge. And like I said, I've already seen a couple of things where that I would, okay, wow. So if I ever get into a tussle with somebody and, hey, I can use some sort of, Kimura or something like that to get someone into a better handcuffing position or something like that. So
if you try to fight out of a Kimura when it's deep.
Oh yeah. And that's the thing too. And like I said, it's just, working with you guys too, like Tran, you guys just Dan, you guys have I think I work with you guys the most, and just the couple things that you guys taught me, I think I've excelled a lot, especially with wrestling, because there's some people who don't want to wrestle with me.
Bro, it's fun. It's especially, you're going against drunk people or people on drugs and stuff like that, to officially hold somebody.
So most college kids.
Yeah, for real, right? To officially hold somebody and not use all your strength and wait and have that confidence for back of the, oh man, no, dude, there's nothing worse. Tran, we've had matches in tournaments where we're tired.
Yep.
And the person's coming at us.
Yep.
And it's a terrifying feeling. It's like, dude, Jesus, man, take it easy. Yeah. Imagine if you're on the street and you don't know what's gonna happen and you're tired and this person's fighting and you're losing.
because you're fucking tired.
Dude.
And the thing is too is like it's different too because like for us, you know, like, you know, I love UFC. I love watching it. Like I said, like, you know, don't take away from the fighters, but you know, when it comes to someone who doesn't want to get arrested, they're gonna fight for their life.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I mean, like, and like it's. I'm not taking anything away from our guys, but like, luckily we don't work in a major city where like these guys are, you know, a lot of hardened criminals. A lot of times we deal with drunk kids. So, but the thing is, you know, we get a freaking 250-pound linebacker who doesn't want to get arrested because doesn't want to get in trouble. You know, we try to fight that guy, and you're just trying to arrest the kid. You know, it's a whole different game. It really is
Terrifying.
You know, so like 30 seconds to a minute trying to hold somebody, that's huge. So just coming into this and just getting that whole like how to keep yourself controlled, because when I first came in here, I still go a little crazy on the mask.
Dude, they learn.
I learned quick.
Spazzy white belt.
Yeah,
not even. I'd be like, bro, like, calm down, dude. I got you in my guard. Why are you?
I've gotten better. Though.
No, you definitely have, but, man. You definitely.
Know, I come from like a lifting background, you know. So like,
let's delve deep into that too, because I call Ryan my lifting coach. I know he probably didn't go to school for it, and you don't have like any like.
No.
But, you know, it's the same thing. Somebody giving me a freaking, you'd say I'm your jiu-jitsu coach or wrestling coach. I don't have any accolades. Absolutely, you know what I mean? But you're knowledgeable. And I'm telling you now, the difference I feel in lifting and how comfortable I am with the program that I'm doing, I feel, it's been, 5 weeks? I feel such a difference. So I count you my lifting coach. I know we have other people that lift here and they're knowledgeable too, but it's just the chemistry and connection.
Works too. Our schedule works that way too.
Yeah, so let's get into that too as well, because I think it's great lifting. A lot of people say, yeah, in jiu-jitsu, you don't need to lift, you just need technique. And I'm like, nah, bro. If you're as big as me and you're as technical as me, that little difference can be strength.
Oh, absolutely.
Could be strength
for sure.
And muscle endurance and confidence, bro. If I link up with you and I feel that I'm stronger than you, a little confidence. Whatever. You know, a little meathead shit. You know, the other day it's meathead shit. You know, I'm trying to pick you up and slam you. If I could just do that effortlessly and not waste a lot of energy and still be tactful and be a technician, bro, that's the whole package.
Well, it seems like, and I think we talked about this before, like, you know, you and I were, let's just say we're the same weight class. We both been training. We would say we're both purple belts, right? Mm-hmm. And then, okay, we're both the same, you know, we're both technically, proficient, everything like that. But hey, you're stronger than I am. So that might be like the key factor to get that, that submission, or just be able to hold you down, whatever it's going to be. So, that point, if you're stronger, it might come into play, or you have that better cardio.
Bro, I don't give a fuck what they say, Tran. I love hulking out of shit. I don't. And sometimes you gotta let a motherfucker know. Yeah. Like, oh shit, you got a triangle? Well, guess what? I'm gonna pick your bitch ass up and be like, what? And they're just gonna be like, Jesus. And I'm like, what technique you use? Nothing, bro. Nothing. Right. I'm gonna get that 500 deadlift. Yep. It's a 500 deadlift.
We'll get to the deadlift.
All leg press, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, but so you've done meets, right? Powerlifting meets?
No, I've never done any meets.
Or CrossFit.
But, no, so like I got a couple competitions for CrossFit.
Can you break that down? The difference between because you guys are generally doing the same kind of lifts, but they're doing for volume, right?
So
kind of?
CrossFit's completely different from powerlifting. It's a different setting. Like I said,
so this is why we need them on the podcast. Cause
yeah, absolutely.
I'm not CrossFit.
I'm not. No, you have people out there who slam on CrossFit because some of the stuff they do, but it's like, if you ever jump into they call them a box.
Yeah.
If you're going to a box and you see what they actually do, there's a lot of coaches out there who know what they're doing. They teach you, like, Bill, who works over at
I can't wait to get him on the
CrossFit
podcast.
Catch.
That'd be dope.
He'll tell you, as long as you get like that fundamentals and you know how to lift, and like I said, it's like high intensity, but you're also doing heavy lifting. Like, my heaviest deadlift came from doing CrossFit, not powerlifting, just because I had that proper coaching.
Yeah.
I think my most was like 435 or something like that.
Jesus.
But like,
at one point, 235.
Just started though. Well, yeah, it's just, powerlifting though, it's just like you'll see guys like they're going for that 1 rep max for the most part. You see these huge guys, they might not be ripped, but they're
solid.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's a huge thing. You see that because powerlifters, they can probably lift 700-800 pounds, but they can't run. They can't run.
What about that knock on CrossFit that some of their workouts they're doing? It's not natural to do reps that high, that fast with that weight. You ever heard that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
what would you say? Because trust me, guys, this dude is super fucking knowledgeable in lifting, like super knowledgeable, and honestly, game changer. So I just want to know, because Because you do, like you're saying, you're doing deadlifts at 435.
Yep.
You're repping that?
Yep. No, absolutely not.
No.
That was my 1 rep max.
Okay.
But no, but like
So they do 1 rep max and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, but like if you look at like the CrossFit Games, you see these people like Matt Frazier who went what
Yeah,
5-time
what, he won
champion.
8? Oh,
No,
I thought-
5, 5. But the thing is, like he had perfect form. Like it's just like the thing is, people want to be like, oh, for example, when people first get into it, oh hey, I'm lifting up, I'm going to go heavy, keep throwing on weight.
He's talking about me, guys.
Yes, looking right at
He's talking about me.
Because
I put 230, 330, 320, and it was ugly, but I was so proud.
when I wasn't here, 'cause I would have told him not to do that.
I was trying to hit PRs every week.
But the thing is, when you come into like that, like heavy lifting, whatever it is, like you can start throwing on weight quick. Then you start plateauing, and that's when it comes down to eating your whatever your schedule is going to be for lifting or something, that whatever your program is, So it's just you just gotta make sure you're paying attention because there's a science to it. And like you said, like when you get to the CrossFit level, we start getting higher up. You have people who go in there and they go, yeah, I'm going to pick up deadlift 225 50 times, whatever the hell it is. And then they're going to back's going to be fucked up. But if you, like I said, if you have good coaches, it all comes down to coaching. These people, the coach should be checking out your form, everything. Like, hey, you're not going to add weight until your form is perfect. If your back's rounding, no, drop the bar. Everything should be coming into factor. How many times I tell you guys when you and Josh are lifting, hey, make sure your back's straight.
Every lift.
Yeah.
Like not even
every time.
Not even like once a day. It's like every lift.
Every rep.
It could be 135. It could be 235. It's every, watch your back. Straighten out. Engage lats. Like it's every lift. Always. Yeah. Watch your feet. Blah, blah, blah. It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like I said, there's big differences with it. Like I said, I just think that, powerlifting is lifting really heavy shit for like 1 rep, which is crazy. But then like CrossFit, you're not the best at anything. So you're not the best at cardio because you have a marathon runner who can outrun you any day. You have a powerlifter who can outlift you any day. You have to be, I hate using, they're not mediocre, but you have to be like well-rounded in everything. You have to be well-rounded. Your gymnastics has to be good. A muscle up, fuck muscle ups. I hate those things. Those are the hardest things in the world. So like, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but yeah, they suck.
No, what is it?
So it's
how would you describe it?
So you do grab a bar. I'm actually showing like there's people here.
You're showing him.
So you're doing a pull up, right?
Yeah.
But you're actually lifting your body over the bar and pulling it. So your torso is above the bar.
Yeah.
So like it's all technique. It's like grip strength. Everything comes into play. So like some people who are just really strong, naturally strong, can just do them. But like for me, I think the most I've ever got was 2 in a row.
Is this like with an underhand grip?
No, overhand grip.
I think I tried that one time.
Yeah. Did you do it?
No.
Okay, good. So if you did in your first shot, like, yeah, fuck you, I'm leaving.
Bro, I'll tell you what, man.
I was like, what?
Tran for being like, the crypt keeper, strong as fuck.
Am I strong? I don't know.
Bro, it's like I try to describe
tells me.
people. It's like a tree trunk, bro. It's like he's just solid. Like for certain people, I'll be like, yo, I'm taking that leg. I see their leg, I'm ripping it. For him, I'm like, you really like. I have to be technical when I roll with Tran. It can't be strength. Like I just can't. Like he's just too used to it, and it's tough.
My goal is just to try not to get tapped out when I roll with Tran.
So I'm gonna go to because I want to really stick. You guys are not. We don't have a camera yet, but next time we will. I brought my book, and one of my notes is we're gonna talk. I want to get into the science of working out and the science of nutrition on this podcast. So I want to stick to what you're saying about technique and go to Tran because that's something that I neglected for a long time, like till last month. The science of it. It was just straight 28, 29-year-old meathead shit. Like I can train, I can eat whatever. My mindset will always overcome. I will just still outwork you. I will be the fattest person in the room, but I still outwork you because I want to outwork you. And now as I get older and I'm around all these guys that are so, they just fucking insightful and so smart and knowledgeable. You see the science and I'm like, bro, I can still get to where I want, but in a much easier road. So I want to get back to that, but let me pass it on to Tran because we could talk about lifting.
No,
I could talk about jiu-jitsu lifting, and I do want to finish up on the police thing as well because that's a great point.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Tran, your turn.
Oh man, I don't even know where I start.
You like long walks on the beach, I heard.
Yep.
Sure do.
It's a must. It's a deal breaker if it's not. But yeah, I don't know. I think I've been. I didn't realize how long I've been training. So I talked to someone over the weekend, and she was like, "Oh my god, I pretty much trained the same year I did, like 2007." And so it's been like a little over 14 years. And being a purple belt too, probably most people would probably run away and be like, "You what? You've been training for 14 years and you're only a purple belt?" And
nah, let's not disregard that point, guys. All right, he's not this guy's not doing himself justice saying he's only a purple belt. He's a purple belt under Marcelo Garcia, undoubtedly one of the best no-gi competitors, ADCC competitors of all time. Arguably the GOAT. Like, if you talk about the GOAT of no-gi, Marcelo's name gets brought up. He's top 3. You know, you could talk about Andre Galvao and his ADCC run. You could talk about Gordon Ryan doing what he's doing. But Marcelo is only, what, $170?
No, yeah. He competes at $170, but I think he probably weighs a little more.
Tapping big guys out, submitting big guys. Like, the first guy that really came on the scene was Jean-Jacques at no-gi, submitting everybody. And then came Marcelo, Hodger Gracie, Gordon, all these guys. But, like, let's not just say, 14 years, I'm only a purple belt. Dude, you're a purple belt under Marcelo Garcia. That lineage itself is so prestige. This guy was driving to New York City by himself, taking 2 classes a day. What?
Sometimes more.
How many classes? How many days a week?
I would try to make it at least four times a week, and sometimes it'd be a minimum of 3. But
That's dedication right there.
Bro, driving from West
Absolutely.
Springfield to go there.
Wow.
And if you guys don't know, like, there's the politics of jiu-jitsu is like, he's got his purple belt through Marcelo Garcia. So a brown belt can't award him a brown belt. Like, it's very tough. Like, usually only black belts can give people their purple belts and brown belts. And it's hard for a black belt to give somebody else their black belt unless they have somebody behind them co-signing them, you know? So, like, Boogie did it because Eddie Bravo, you know, he got his blessing. But it's like, so he got his purple belt through Marcelo Garcia. Who's going to give him his brown belt? You know? Who local guy is going to be like, damn, I can get, you know what I mean? Because his lineage is Marcelo. So even though to me, he's a brown belt. You know, I've rode with brown belts. I've been training with this guy. He's been a purple belt since I've been training. But who's going to give it to him, you know? It's a very tough game. So I'm sorry to cut you off right there, but nah, bro. I'm not going to let you just walk through that
very
shit.
defensive over here,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm very protective of Tran. I'm very protective of my coaches, bro. I'm a very loyal dude, but 14 years in the game, purple belt from Marcelo Garcia. And he doesn't go because that's a crazy drive, dude.
So why did you start?
So I started at why did I start?
Talk about how you wrestled in high school.
I did so I started wrestling in high school, but prior to that, I think I always wanted to do some kind of martial arts because just growing up, I was probably the only minority kid in the school, just growing up with a lot of Caucasian kids, so they would always tease me. But I always kind of laughed it off, and it didn't really bother me until I pretty much got in a fight like every single day, to a point where the beginning of the school year, I would pray not to get suspended. Like, please don't suspend me this year.
Were you winning these fights, or is it going back and forth?
Yeah, I think so. I only lost one fight. It was just a really big kid, and then I don't know. I think it was just more intimidating. And I said, fuck this. Let him beat me up.
Whatever.
I got my ass beat my first fight. That shit sucks. That shit sucks. But
I kind of grew up at the time where when you get into fights, and then it's kind of like a popularity thing. People like.
Where did you grow up, Trent?
West Springfield. Went to high school there, and did all my middle school in West Springfield too.
They got some solid fucking wrestling in West Springfield.
Yeah,
That's where I went.
Sure.
I went there in high school.
They got some solid fucking wrestling. How many years you wrestled for in high school?
In wrestling, I started 3 years. So my first year, I didn't start wrestling because I didn't want to wear those singlets.
It's such a
That's what I always think. Oh, you can't wear those.
such a stupid reason why people don't want to do it, and then they wear it. You're like, oh, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
My other reason was because I was so skinny, like I was so small. Like I would see these people run up and down the stairs, up and down the hallways, and being skinny to me back then, I was like, I want to gain weight. I don't want to lose weight. So my perspective of gaining weight and then getting bigger was not running, you know.
Yeah.
But I had no clue what cardio was. You know, I didn't have a smartphone to look it up, so going to a library and looking it up.
Did you guys have phones when you were in high school? Was that?
I think they started like the cool kids had the flip phones.
I thought you guys had like the smoke signals because how old are you now? I mean,
Oh boy, I'm old. Man. I just turned.
I gotta throw the digs now because on the mats he could beat me up. So here,
Shit, he could beat me up too. It's just
I was
when he
born
fucking wants.
I was born in 81, so that makes me 40 this year since July.
Yeesh.
Oh, sometimes I look back, I'm like, oh fuck, man.
don't look 40.
Nah, don't grapple for it either.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't grapple for it either, man. I can't take this guy down to save my fucking life. I'm 50 pounds heavier than him, dude. 50 pounds. And I wrestled. I can't take him down. I get so mad.
Didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry about that. So wrestling in high school, didn't want to gain weight.
Yeah, I didn't
want to lose weight.
Yeah, I didn't want to lose weight because I thought the perspective of running was losing weight. So I said, nah, fuck this. I'm just gonna go in the lifting room, and then just did that. So I think at one point someone was just like, dude, you just gotta do wrestling. And I'm like, nah, I really don't. Because one, I had a scar across my chest, and to wear a singlet, that would just kind of raise people questions like, what is that?
Yeah.
And I'd always been bothered that same question, like how that happened. So my story is always I just got attacked by sharks.
That's a pretty sweet
I
story.
choked one out.
That's his answers to like everything.
But for the ladies, it would be
Always bullshit.
For the ladies, it would be a knife fight.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Or a heart surgery. I feel bad.
No, I mean I think the shark thing is actually pretty the coolest one.
I just don't know how you choke a shark out, but
Yeah.
those baby arms.
Oh,
Must have been a baby shark, right?
that's it.
A lemon shark, right? Is that a lemon shark a real thing?
What's that?
I made it up.
What's that song called?
Don't start that. All right. Don't even think about doing that. Let's stick to what we're talking about. All right. Yeah.
Yo, Tran, so like you took second in Western Mass, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, against Dimitri Brbadoniuk.
What weight class?
It's 135, I believe, at the time.
Yeah, 135 is pretty big, bro.
35.
Those guys are pretty. 135, 145, like all those weight, 152, 160. Those guys are huge.
Yeah, they're shredded.
I think the weight classes recently changed. I think they added weight. But when I was wrestling, that was was that the weight classes for you?
Yeah, 35, 30, and the next one was, I think, 40, 45, 52, 60.
Was it like almost every 5 pounds or something like
Something like that. And then it got to like 160 and then 171. And then it got to like 189, 215 heavyweight.
Yeah, those some big boys.
Yeah, people just cut weight, man. It's just bad. So they just... We'll talk about weight cutting.
So what's like the big difference between like the training for wrestling, training for jiu-jitsu? Like what's like, is it like, I can be, said I'm still new to the game, so like I never wrestled.
First of all, no water.
Yeah, there's no water.
Oof, I
3 hours, no water.
don't know how you do that.
Yeah, I don't know how he did.
You get yelled at. You get yelled at. You want to cut. You know you got these guys, these kids. They get on the scale shredded, and you got drop 10.
Wow.
You got to drop 10. Yeah, you're gonna go to this weight class.
So why do they always want to drop? Like, how you just wrestle at the weight that you are? Want it to be the smarter thing to do?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know nowadays. I think it used to be like a culture thing where like the bigger guy will always win. In some sense, so.
And for wrestling, it's kind of true.
Yeah, but the thing is, won't you think you'd be healthier if you wrestle out the weight? Because if you're cutting weight, that's not healthy.
Yeah, but you're 16, 15, 16,
That's
17.
true. Yeah.
You bounce back from fucking anything.
That's true.
Know?
So the recovery is always like faster.
Okay.
When you're younger.
Tran, speak up.
Sorry, guys.
So
But as you get older, it definitely gets harder.
I'm gonna get a button right here to light up. It's gonna say "speak up," and I'm gonna beep. So I don't have to say it to the mic. I just go and you just look.
Just smack me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wrestling is about imposing your will on somebody. You know I want to take you down.
Mm-hmm.
So size plays a big factor. Technique is big, but like, so when I wrestled 215, and I'm not like a big guy. I guess like they say I'm all right for 215, but like you should see, there's guys. I have this theory that guys that do jiu-jitsu or wrestle in the 189s or the 180s are the biggest guys in the fucking world, bro. Like they're so fucking big. And you'll see guys at 189, lanky, tall, shredded. And I'm like, bro, I'm like 30 pounds bigger than this guy. He's huge. And my technique, if you ever rode with me or trained with me, I'm very technical. Like I know I said I like hulking on shit, but technique, it makes sense. That's why I vibe with Tran, because Tran doesn't just be like, so you grab right here and blah, blah, blah. He'll tell me why I'm grabbing right there, because that matters to me. Just like you, where am I placing my feet right here? Why am I placing my hands right here? Like I want to know why. I don't want you to just be like, do this, and I'm like, why do I have to put my leg out for a sumo when I'm doing conventional? Why is that different in the deadlifts? Well, you're doing different muscles. So the guy I competed against in the gym, well, football stud, this dude, he was like 6'2", and this is probably why I train so hard, because I realized that there's levels to everything. This motherfucker would run backwards faster than I would run forwards.
Wow.
So we do, train at the end of practice. I don't know how you guys did in the West Side, but at the end of practice, you would start doing you would end up with some conditioning. You do stairs. So you'll do a 2.5 hour practice. The last 30 minutes, you'll go in the hallway and run sprints, do stairs. Okay. And I'd fucking give it my all, bro. My fucking all. They'll line up all the heavyweights, 215. I'll give it my fucking all. And this motherfucker would start running halfway down the hallway, turn backwards, and jog back, looking at me. And I'm giving my, you see me train, bro. I train hard. And I'm giving my fuck. And he's running backwards faster than I'm running forwards.
That's crazy.
So when we did wrestling, he's too big, athletic. I couldn't take him down. He was like, bro, you have all the technique that I should have, but I have everything else physically that you should have.
Yeah.
And that always stuck with me. I was like, so that's why you want to cut. That's why you want to be big and strong. Because at the end of the day, for wrestling, that's why people don't start wrestling older. And you don't see, like Jordan Burroughs is kind of like an anomaly. Him trying to go, he said that he's trying to wrestle in Paris for 2024.
Oh, no shit, huh?
Yeah. And he's at 32. And he wrestles, I think, 149. And, bro, once you hit past your 30s in wrestling, it's just kind of like you do MMA. Give me, right? Is that your trend?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Even at 30s doing MMA nowadays, it's kind of like getting old.
Yeah, but I think guys are getting more efficient,
and smarter with their training.
I think the evolution of sports and stuff. The only thing that you can't train is your fucking brain. So these guys, they're meatheads throughout their whole 20s, early 30s, and by the time they're 40, maybe they're still in great shape, but their brain is gone, and that's the one thing that doesn't recover. But anyways, I'm sorry to cut you off. I talk a lot.
That was good.
So you wrestled.
Yeah, I wrestled. Started my sophomore year.
Also, isn't it crazy that you always remember everybody's name you wrestled with and stuff like that? He's like, yeah, I took second to this kid named Dimitri. You never forget who you lose to, man.
But you forget the wins, right? You forget the
what? Dude, you go. How many times you go to a tournament, you see a guy that beats you, you're just like, what's up? I went against him. Oh, didn't you beat that kid? Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, hey, what's up, man? So, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So you wrestled, and then what's up? Because you took a 5-year layoff, right, from jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, I did. So I did wrestling, and then it was kind of like towards the senior year where I was starting to get things, and then I was like, oh man, I wish I had one more year. So at that point, I was like, all right, well, I'm graduating, and then now I got college, right? So then, so I wrestled for AIC for a couple years, I think it was, under Anibal and Neves. One of the twins.
They're pretty legit locally.
Yeah, they're.
We shout out to them. They don't know who the fuck we are or I am, but I'll definitely have them on if they ever want to come on.
Yeah, for sure. And if he's listening to this, man, he's one of the really good coaches there.
Josh, you remember Skinny Josh? Bogle,
yeah.
He was talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did. I think he did a camp at Winnick with him.
Oh, nice.
Recently, yeah, probably a few years back, because I think he's a year or two younger than me, and he was talking about the twins too. But anyways, continue.
Yeah,
I digress.
So I started in college, and then at the end, I was like, "Fuck, man, I gotta concentrate on school too." So, so I did that, and then I think one of my buddies I met at AIC, he was in my science class. He was like, and jiu-jitsu back in the day, this was like 2006, 2007, was pretty much non-existent around the local area. Like if you had a jiu-jitsu school, like nowadays you could find one pretty much almost in every corner, in each city here. But what was I saying?
Your buddy got you in jiu-jitsu in 2006.
Yeah,
right? Team Link, right?
Team Link, yeah.
They were hot shit back in the day, bro.
Over in Ludlow, Mass. Marco Alvin was the head coach and owner of that school, and one of my buddies was, "Hey, let's check this out." So I was like, at the time, I was like, I don't know. So we went down to school, and I think Marco was charging I think it was $80, which is like
would be nothing.
That's
what
steal
kids
nowadays,
class.
right?
That's kids class, bro. That's kids membership.
Yeah. And then nowadays it's like what, 150 or something like that.
It keeps raising, bro.
Yeah,
you see, do you follow finishers on Instagram?
No.
Shout out to those guys, but they put their monthly payments. Those guys are dope as fuck. They follow me. They're cool guys. But they put their monthly payments. I was like, wow, everything's just cost of membership, man. It goes up. They have an amazing gym, amazing trainers, world class people. So shout out to them. They do their thing.
Oh yeah, We should go there and check it out.
I'm down. I am down.
So you so then even paying just like a regular gym, like a weightlifting gym for $40, like for me was like, oh man, that's expensive for each month. You know, this is back in the day. I was probably making like minimum wage of $9 an hour or something like that. So then Mark was like, $80. I'm like, oh, I can't do this. This is crazy, because I came from a background of wrestling where you just show up to practice and it's free. You don't pay for anything monthly. You just pay maybe for your wrestling shoes and just your
shout out to A6
motivation. Yeah. So then he kind of cut us a deal, I think, just because he just started out his jiu-jitsu school. And it was just this was my buddy Ricardo, who also he trained there, and he also fought in the UFC too. He fought, if you guys look him up, he fought Johnny Hendricks.
What's his last name? Ricardo
Funch.
Oh, Funch. Okay, yeah, I've heard of Funch.
Yeah, so
that's your buddy.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's how I met him, and then he got me into jiu-jitsu. So we started training Marcos for a few years, I think.
It's just all gi, right?
Yeah, this is all gi. I don't think we train no gi at all. And
That's
if we
weird,
did,
because he got an MMA. Did he have the octagon when he first started showing up there?
No, he had he didn't have anything. He just had like a mats, and that was it. And then later on, he built like a semi-amateur kind of like boxing ring. But it was just like it was just like ropes that you would find at Home Depot, and he would just kind of rig it up. So that was our ring, quote unquote. But it's funny thing is that's how I met Marcelo Garcia when he somehow they had like some kind of connection. So he brought Marcelo in for a seminar, and prior to that, I was like watching Marcelo videos like every night, like obsessively. I'm like. Because I used to watch Marcel, like this guy's like super, like I never met him in person until that day. But I always thought he was like a $140, $150. He's like a super small guy, just like me. And he would play pretty much the same game that I would try to kind of mimic too. Because every time I go to the gym, there's always someone new that they'd be like twice as big as me. I'm like, oh man, I gotta like find a way to like beat these guys. Because my size was like so small. I think I was probably like $150, maybe 45, somewhere around there. And he brought Marcelo in, and then that was the first time I was like, oh man, I definitely gotta follow this guy. So then like 2007, life happened. So I kind of took a break a little bit, just to make sure I got my career going, college, and then be able to support. Who is now Jasmine, my daughter. She's 13 now, but back then she was like a newborn in 2007. I don't think, and then I got back in jiu-jitsu and I don't even know what year now. Probably 2012, 11, somewhere around there. I still had in contact with another buddy of mine who's still trained at Team Link, Matt Bissett. And Matt was at the time, like he was making trips from Connecticut all the way to Ludlow to train his jiu-jitsu and partially some striking that Marco had. He had a striking coach there. I forgot his name, but one of the Brazilians was teaching Matt some striking. And Matt, at the time, he had like moved, so he had contacted me and said, hey, there's this gym that's legit. There's like purple belts, blue belts, and there's all colors. There's very rarely any white belts there. And Matt was like, yeah, come train here. It's pretty legit. So I went, and now at the time it was, now it's called Underdog. But at the time there was Ralph, and then Fabi was teaching. And I remember Fabi was just that's when I would say that jiu-jitsu kind of opened up a whole new world for me as far as techniques, because when Marco taught, he was all pretty much in the guard, the gi, and then now there was like training with Fabi and then Ralph, it was more like De La Rivas. There was like open guard. I'm like, what is this? I didn't even know it existed. So Yeah, Marco used to always have us in the guard, and that was really it. And then it just kind of expanded from there. I don't know what else.
And then what, you went to, so you underdog, and then you went to NYC.
NYC, yeah. So then when I made a promise like that, once I finished school, that I would get a job, which then provided my funds to be able to travel to New York City pretty much on a weekly basis. And once I got that, then I was like, I'm going to train under Marcelo Garcia. Something like I had like back then when I stopped jiu-jitsu was like something like almost like a promise to myself that I'm going to train with this guy one day and I'm going to be promoted by him one day. And it was kind of like a goal, and like a bucket list almost. And so I trained with him for a few years, and probably 3-4 times a week. And now this is not just like 3-4 times a week. This is like I would leave at like 3 a.m. in the morning to arrive at Marcelo's for a 7 a.m. class.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Bro.
Is that 3 to 4 times a week?
3-4 times a week. And boy, I wish I documented some things. I used to sleep in the car, and it was the worst. I'll never do that again. Cause, yeah.
Bro, when you get in love and obsessed with jiu-jitsu.
Do you know how many rash guards I've bought?
You're one of those.
I just rash guards. And now they keep popping up on my Instagram now. They're like,
Bro,
this
guy's. I'm so done by. I'm that guy that rolls in t-shirts and shit. Like, I'm done buying rash guards. I'm done wearing rash guards.
Expensive, man.
Hell yeah, bro. Shorts, man.
Well,
65,
like,
$70. And
how much? Oh my god.
Oh man, dude, I just bought myself some Valley Tudo shorts because shout out these legs, and 17 days to come in.
Wow.
You only buy rash guards and shit when, like, for me, I only buy them when I need them.
Yeah.
I'm getting holes in my shorts, so I'm like, I need a rash. 17 days, I'm gonna forget it's gonna come in.
What do you like? I'm 5 months in. I gotta have some sort of rash guard. So I bought 2 rash guards, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really know how it worked here. I didn't realize that the rash guards, like when they start like white, blue, purple, it's like a belt color. So I buy a black and white. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I'm like, oh, they have an all black one. I like wearing black.
Yeah.
So I bought it, and I come in. I'm like, wait. I'm like, oh shit, this is.
All right. Sometimes I rock a white one sometimes.
Yeah. So I made sure I never wore that again because I don't want to have that one person make, this guy thinks he's a black belt.
Nah, dude, it's a real thing. It's a real thing, especially since like you go to certain schools, like you'll go to NYC or you'll see you'll get black belts constantly. Like there's just black belts on the mat. That's cool. Yep. But on Western Mass, the scene is so new that like we don't even have any black belts in our school. You know what I mean? So like to see a black belt, they have to roll with a black belt.
Not yet.
You know, we had that one drop a Wednesday. Yeah, for sure, not yet, but we will. We had that one guy from San Diego come in and drop a class, and I know I was working, and Ned hit me up, and Ned was like, "Yo, I got my first roll with a black belt." Like he remembers things like that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, how'd you do? He fucked me up. You know, but like you remember things like that. You know, I remember my first rolls of black belts and stuff like that. Like, it just is what it is. So, yeah, definitely, guys. If you're a newer practitioner in jiu-jitsu, pay attention to the colors you wear because those are signals, you know. Yeah. I see a brown belt coming out or a purple belt, and I'm like, yeah, I want to test. Today's the time to see. I won't roll hard, and it won't be like competition, but I want to see how good I am. Like I will, because you get the same looks constantly in the gym.
Yeah,
constantly.
Mix it up.
You know, like I just know, like I know what I'm gonna get from certain guys, and everybody, like everything in life, jiu-jitsu is just patterns. So people have the same muscle memory, they have the same patterns that they go down. So that's why you want to be like Gordon Ryan that has like almost a complete game. I would say the only thing that he doesn't have is wrestling. But I'm telling you, man, if you don't start wrestling, even a year, if you don't start wrestling, it's very, very hard. Like Ryan picked it up. Ryan looks good, bro. Ryan got people coming up to him like, yo, you wrestle? Yeah, you wrestled? You wrestled? Right? Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
That's what's up, man.
But then you see other people who picked it up later and their body just doesn't move like you should, you know? Like, I'm like, bro, I move faster than people at 170.
Yeah, and you're very quick for your size, too.
220. Yep. And I've always been like that. Trained. Like, I've always been that way. And I'm just like, well, I grew up wrestling, but all my buddies wrestled. So, you know, you get together and we would fuck each other up and we would do jiu-jitsu, you know, in quotation marks. You know, we were broke kids. You know, we're broke kids that lived in the project. So we would do jiu-jitsu in a basement and we'd say, we're doing jiu-jitsu. You know, we'd hit triangles and shit like that. God knows what the hell we were actually doing. And we would wrestle. And a lot of my buddies were smaller. Like probably same. This is why little guys like just grappling with me because my buddies were all smaller than me and I was always the fat friend. So I didn't want to lay on them, because that's no fun. No, who's going to want to, go against you if you just lay on them, you just bully them, you know what I'm saying? It's very claustrophobic, it sucks. So I used to just try to match their speed.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, if I can't use my size because that's boring, I'm not going to get better that way. I'm going to try to technically use my be technical and try to match you guys. So I had buddies that would wrestle 119 that would wrestle me, and I would try to keep up with them. And for some reason, I'm still blessed with the ability to move that way. So now when I roll with people, unless my objective is to smash them because I, A, want to work on my top pressure for tournament and my position, or we're positionally sparring, or B, they need to really work on their guard retention, then I will smash people. But the goal to when I roll with smaller people is to not injure them, and it's not to lay on them because that doesn't get anybody better, bro. I want to move. I want to be fluid at any size. So luckily, I'm still blessed with the ability to move like that.
Yeah.
But you see a lot of people, man, like Gordon, and they're just stiff spine, just stiff. Like you keep telling me every time I deadlift, I run. Yep. Well, yeah, because every time you're grappling, you're always you're always down. You're always, you're always in a ball, and then when you're in your guard, you're always in a ball. So you always have a rounded back. So now to always have to keep straight. Woo, that shit's tough, man.
That's when I first started. It's not like I've been doing it for years.
Dude, I love this journey because I'm telling you, man, this is awesome perspective. We have Ryan that he's telling you forget certain things, bro. You forget about the rash guards, right? You just forget
even that someone get me in the closed guard and they're there's kind of bump me. I put my hands down. I don't want to hit my face. I don't want to be close to this guy.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I'm getting freaking triangle choked. They grab my arms. Just whatever you guys do to me and just throw me around, stuff like that. But it's now I gotta realize, bring my hands in. But I was never used to that before.
Bro, Tran used to fucking omoplata me all the time. Every time we rode, he would omoplata me every row.
I can't do it anymore.
Nah, keep your arms in. Keep your arms in, son. T-Rex arm, bro. People think I'm stupid. Not stupid, but they're like, all right, Daniel, come on. I'm like, nah. There's certain sayings and catchphrases that you say in jiu-jitsu that should stick. That should be automatic. You know what I'm saying? T-Rex arm should just be one of them. That should be, I think that is universal, right?
I don't know. No, well, I don't think so.
I've heard it in different scenarios, not in jiu-jitsu, but it's still pretty.
I first heard it. I remember, bro, seeing my first purple belt. He was a guy me and him are still cool to this day. I think he's a black belt now. He was a architect and he was doing something at UMass. I think he was teaching or working on a project. So he came in and he dropped in that team link because they had an affiliation. I think he was smaller than Tran, and he was the first person I seen bolo somebody, and I was like Tran with the reverse de la Hiva and shit. I was like, what the fuck was that? So they're on their knee and you lasso your leg around them. And you go you Granby, right?
Kind of like a frontward roll.
Yeah, kind of like, how do you say, you go and they fall back and you take their back.
Oh, okay.
And so he did that, and I was like, dude, this dude is a magician. I was like, this is magic because Manly was a wrestler / he had a great guard. John Manly's really good in the gi, really good in the gi, and he dangerous from everywhere, but he doesn't play that kind of game. He's a close guard kind of guy and stuff like that. When I rode with him, when he taught me. And to see this guy freaking go reverse de la Hiva and start inverting and shit and taking the back, boom, choked the guy. Reset, boom, did it again. And then he was the first guy that was like, yeah, I did that around the gi. Then he took his gi off. All right, now I'm gonna do it around no gi. He's like, you take your gi off and you can grab my gi, but I won't grab your gi. And I was like, why are you doing that? He's like, if I have a no gi match, I have to practice no gi. He was like one of the first guys. I think his name is Raphael, and dope guy. Still to this day, he hits me up, comments on all my stuff. And he was kind of like my first Tran, was to help with instructions and all that stuff, and would say the same thing. And he was a dope guy. But that was my first time seeing a purple belt, because Manly was a brown belt. So, it was like, okay, he's a brown belt.
Yeah.
And you ain't see no purple belts, And then you see a purple belt, you're like, Jesus, bro,
Well, it's crazy because, when I started right when, there was still all the COVID stuff going on, so I was one of the only white belts here.
Yeah.
So I just coming out, I'm just getting smashed by everyone. Everything. What was the one? The electric chair.
Oh yeah.
Still to this day, I remember screaming. I'm like, "What the fuck was that?" I'm like, it sucked, and I couldn't tap fast enough.
Oh yeah.
Just you guys are grabbing. I think I'm like, oh, I have a fucking a dominant position. All of a sudden, you do some sort of ninja roll, and I'm on my back, and like you got me. Now you have my back. You're choking me out. But it's crazy because I've never done any type of sport where like I've done like everything, basketball, football, soccer, everything growing up. I try to do see what I like, but this is the only sport that I've never been humbled so quick in my life. Because there's some sports you can just pick up like, oh, you're good at it. Baseball, you can hit home runs, whatever the hell it is. This sport's like you walk in and just like, no, it doesn't matter how strong you are, how fast you are, how athletic you are. If you don't know what you're like, it's crazy because like now I have this whole bunch of white belts.
I used to tell Ryan that I'm like, Ryan, trust the process. One day you won't be the new white belt.
Yeah,
I told him, I'm like, Ryan, watch. There's gonna be new guys coming in, and you're gonna be doing whatever you want, and you're gonna be like, oh shit.
I got a guy in a triangle, and he's like, oh man, that was crazy. I'm like, yo, thanks. He's like, for what? I'm like, that's the first I ever got that. He's like, oh, what the hell?
And now through his journey, you're like, oh shit, like
but then it's just like I told him, listen, man. Because then I roll with you next, and what happened? I got tapped out. I just forget how many times, but it's like there's always a bigger fish. There's always a bigger fish.
That's the good thing. That's the good thing about training, man, and you need it.
Yeah, it's gonna make you better. If I can keep going to these new guys and just keep beating them, it's like that. Who cares?
That's they always say like iron sharpens iron. First of all, scientifically proven that's not true. Like iron does not sharpen iron, but that's just a saying people always say. And I believe, you should train with people better than you. Mm-hmm. Because that will work your defense, definitely work your conditioning and all that stuff. But if you don't practice your offensive game on somebody that's not as good as you, how are you going to do it? You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm always trying to go like, bro, if all I ever try to do is guillotine Tran, I would never get it. Mm-hmm. This dude's he trained at Marcelo Garcia's academy. That's what they're known for, guillotines. I'm not going to have a good guillotine. Maybe, but I refine my technique by going against guys that I'm better than, and I drill it, and I can feel it, and I can actually, here it is. Oh, that's how easy. Oh, maybe I had to make an adjustment. Oh, no, that's how the tap feels,
Yep.
If you don't practice it, it's just like, how do you get better? You know what I mean? Like, that's just, people say, oh, you got to train with just the best. The best make you better. But no, you have to work your way up to that level. And that's another thing that, like, we should really delve deep. Or wait, actually, Tran.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Are you done with your bio? You want to keep going?
No, yeah. Kind of going off that. For me, I had that experience too because when I was training at Marcelo's, I was like, all right. So I was at a blue belt at the time, so I came in. I was like, all right, maybe I can still hang with the blue belts and stuff. No, man, the blue belts there were smashing me. So every day I would always leave the gym and be like, what the fuck was I doing for the last 100 of years of doing jiu-jitsu? Like I felt like a total white belt to a point where I went back and then took their basics like class. I was like, all right, I got to start from the bottom again and then just kind of work my way up. And I'm kind of glad I did because then I got to work with a lot of the white belts, and then I was able to practice my offensive moves rather than being defensive all the time when I would go into the advanced classes and just the intermediate classes too.
Did you give up your belt?
Did I what?
Did you give up your belt for when you went to Marcelo? So some people that's like a jiu-jitsu thing too. Where like if you're a purple belt at another academy and you haven't trained, or maybe you go somewhere else, do you give up your rank? Mm-hmm. So did you give up your rank?
No, I always honored it. I was like, I wrestled in high school and in parts of college, so.
You already had grappling experience.
Yeah,
so.
I had grappling experience. So for me to say I'm a white belt was kind of just almost kind of like sandbagging in a way. So
which is I just accepted it. It's a big thing in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, we got to talk about sandbagging too.
It's a big fucking deal.
Don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. So
okay, I got you 1 sec.
So then I took the.
Tran got the longest intro, by the way, guys. I'll let you guys know.
My bad.
We're actually
most experienced.
Hey,
I'm trying to sum it up in 14 years.
We're actually interviewing him. That's actually he's our guest, right? We're actually he's like, where was I? And we got to ask him questions.
I get lost.
I feel like I could write an biography about him.
You probably could. But yeah, no, I honored it. It was a blue belt. I did wrestle. So I think at the time, Naga was saying like if you had more than 6 months and then you had wrestling experience in the past, that you would be considered a intermediate kind of a blue belt level. But even then, like my mentality was always like never about the colored belts. I've always enjoyed the experience of jiu-jitsu because they always, the cliche was always the enjoy your journey. And I was like, well, what the hell's a journey? So I didn't want to stay at a single school. I wanted to build that experience. I don't think anybody in Western Mass could ever say that they had experience at Marcello's or Danaher's or Unity or one of these top world-class schools, whereas opposed to someone who stays at a single school for so long, which is not a bad thing, because there's loyalty that.
That's another thing we're gonna, dude. We have so many fucking topics.
Well, that's what we also have.
Yes.
We have to put everything into one.
No. But
5 hours later,
that's another thing that is a very important detail to go over: cross training and the benefits of cross training. But yeah, back to you, Tran.
Yeah, I mean, boy, we could go deep into that. Huh?
Yeah, for sure. No, that's definitely going to be a dope episode to go over the concept of cross training and the stigma behind cross training.
Yeah,
because it could be a really big deal.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to cross train for a long time, and I think a local school, I can't really name it, but they were totally against cross training, and I always feel bad for the new people who start jiu-jitsu who don't get to experience the other parts of jiu-jitsu with different schools and world class, because they're always stuck at this one school because they want to be loyal too, and I totally get that. But sometimes people when they start jiu-jitsu, it's almost like this is what they have a perspective of jiu-jitsu. It could be a bad experience, and this is what they left off with is just a bad school, and I think I wouldn't train here if it was a bad school. I think a lot of people, there's a lot of good vibes, and Pat's pretty laid back for the most part. He's not gonna make you do jumping jacks if you come in late.
Yeah, dude. You don't understand how strict. You come in late, you have to wait at the edge of the mat to get greeted back on. There's just every gym has their own philosophy.
Yeah.
Every instructor has their thing. I don't personally like when people are late because I'm just a punctual guy. So tardiness drives me crazy. But I also realize that this isn't a fucking, this isn't a training camp. You know what I mean? This is a hobbyist sport, and people have lives and they have kids and they get out of work.
Jobs, everything.
Yeah, so I understand that sometimes it's different, and I have to realize that, especially now being a brand new instructor. I have to realize that if people come late to my class, I can't take it as a personal slight.
Well, as long as they're coming in too, because I know I'm new at it, but if you're coming in, putting in effort, it's so say if you live too far away and you're driving here, but you come in, you're fucking putting max effort and you're drilling the whole
Absolutely.
time. Cut the guy some slack or whatever. It's just
absolutely.
If you're coming in late and you're I don't know if sandbag is the right word you guys use for this.
So we'll go over the quick history of sandbagging. Pretty much is when you compete in a tournament, you go against somebody that's a lesser competition than what you are, a lesser rank.
Oh, okay.
And you try to, and you take that win and you brag and blah, blah, blah. I honestly believe that jiu-jitsu took a next step because of social media. People they're more they're more accessible. They can show off their techniques. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's great. But I also think that Instagram ruins jiu-jitsu as well. Because there's a thing that we have in this culture of jiu-jitsu, clout chasing. And trying to get noticed for how good we are, because you suck so much in jiu-jitsu. Mm-hmm. You suck so much. you don't understand. We all suck. It just is the name of the game. We always, comparisons to comparisons to thief of joy or something like that. We're always comparing ourselves to somebody because we can look online and we can see, damn, I did a hard training session. Then you go and you look at Gianni Gripple's page and you're like, Jesus Christ, man, this guy trained 3 times this day for probably 2 hours with a packed room, and look at the work they're getting in. But
the thing is with that,
though, so a lot of guys want to get clout, and the way they get clout is by winning. Everybody loves you when you win, right? Mm-hmm. Your teammates love you. Win or loss, your teammates will love you because they know you. To me, just stepping on that mat is a win. Making weight is a win. That's what I consider winning. But people online, they want to win at all costs. So if they can go and they can beat somebody that sucks, today I just won my bracket in a very hard division or this and that, and I submitted all my opponents. Hey, bro, you didn't mention that you only had 2 guys in your bracket, Hey, bro, you didn't mention that you did intermediate when you're blah 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 this and that,
or high rank.
You're a high rank. Oh, hey, bro, you didn't mention that you're a brown belt and you took a super fight against a blue belt.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the match makes
Does that happen a lot?
Bro, a lot.
Yeah.
And let me hear it, and I'll tell you guys now, we don't rock like that at 10 Planet Springfield, Mass. We don't rock like that, bro. I rather, and Ash Tran, I've never said no to one matchup, ever. Every time they given me a name, I said, yeah. Even if I didn't agree with it, I said, yeah, sure, why not, you know? I'll never say no to a matchup. And have I been fucking beaten? Hell yeah. Absolutely. You're going to lose. But I will not sandbag. And I will not sandbag and post talking crazy, you know?
So what about some of these things like these local like tournaments they have put on? There's no like okay, you just fill out like there's no like background check for what people like.
Nope.
They're
You better
So
hope
can
somebody
pretty
don't
much-
remember you. You better hope.
That's what I was gonna say. So like someone's a purple belt and they're gonna go down against like there's no way of knowing unless someone calls you out on it. That's the only
Yeah.
way.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And then they never say that. Like, okay, so one tournament, right? I'm not gonna lie. One tournament I did intermediate and I had just one kid in my bracket. Everybody dropped. And that's a common thing in no gi. Because you always do gi tournament first. So a guy does gi matches, gets hurt, loses, gets scared, is tired. I'm not gonna do my no gi matches. Fuck that. Might have won. Winning feels good. Shit, I don't want to go get beat. So a lot of guys will just they walk out. They walk out. It's very fucking common. So I did intermediate and I fit the criteria. I didn't train for 3 years. So intermediate's what, 1 to 3 years?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
But I would recommend you being a blue belt to do intermediate because there's fucking legit ass dudes.
And blue belt takes what, year and a half to 2 years.
Usually, you know, some
Usually
people.
around there?
I think some people for no gi it's kind of quicker. You can get your blue belt in a year. No gi, if you're training, like if you're doing 4 to 5 days, you can get your blue belt in a year. Because the blue belt's only a secondary, like it's still a beginner belt. You know, you can have. It's very hard to say. Well, I'll get back to that. So the kid I went, so I was a blue belt, hadn't been training under 3 years, and the kid that I went against, he was my size, whatever. I tooked him up. Both matches I fucked him up like pretty bad. I got him in. I took his back, choked him. Then we did 2 out of 3 since it was only one person, and also guys, if you're listening to this and you don't think I'm humble, I'm fucking humble. But the facts are the facts. I tooked this kid up, and
this was the Fuji one.
no, this was a grappling industry in New Hampshire.
Okay.
And so I took his back, choked him, and then in the second round I hit him with that reverse triangle. So super easy wins, whatever. Boom. I was like, hey bro, do you want to go on the podium? I totally respected that he did this too because I'm cut from the same class. I was like, hey bro, you want to go on the podium and take a picture? Like I'm on number 1, you're number 2, because he still got his silver medal.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, not really. And I was like, okay. I was like, I get it, because you know you got tapped twice. I wouldn't want to fucking go take a picture either with a silver medal. I would have threw that silver medal away, you know. And but I'm not like that anymore because of Tran, because I totally did that at a tournament, and Tran was like, bro, you should respect your opponent. He got a quality win over you. You know, take a picture with him. That's his moment. That's not your moment. You know. So I was like, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like I get why he did that, but I'll never do it again because Tran, you know, set me straight. Was like, hey, bro, he that's your if you want go to the podium, respect. You know, if he wants to take a picture and you made third or something, he got that win over you.
Yeah.
You know. So I go and I look, and the kid had his white belt, and he had 3 stripes on his white belt. So I was like, but here's the thing, I didn't jump it to beginner. He jumped it to intermediate. So his coaches were telling him that he's ready for intermediate. Or maybe he had been training over a year, because usually 3 stripes on your white belt means you've been training for over a year, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, your coaches should have never told you to jump. But that's not my fault. I didn't know what his belt was, you know? So I felt super fucking unfulfilled. Super fucking unfulfilled when I saw that. Because I just not cut like that, bro. I train so fucking hard. I want to go against good guys, and I want to, you know, either I lose to good guys or I beat good guys. But that's how we train. You know what I mean? So like, of course I posted. You know, I got some good subs. You know, I post my subs, whatever. But you know, I'm not over here like fucking bragging or whatever. This and that. Actually, I think I deleted the post with him. Like, I deleted the post of me on the podium with my gold medal and shit like that. And I remember because I was talking to Lewis, because Lewis had a hard day. I think he took second. I think he lost in the finals to this kid Joe Medeiros. And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, damn, dude, I want to get to white belt, bro. You know, like you can't, you know. But then like I was there, and the girl I was dating at the time was like, yeah. She's like, you're bitching that you had, because I was fucking, I can't.
It was a
Buzzkill, right? But then she's like, dude, look at you right now. You have teammates that fucking competed, didn't get any wins, and you're bitching because you got 2 wins. I know that you know you couldn't choose your opponent, but that wasn't even your control.
You didn't know. Yeah, you didn't know who.
Yeah, but she's like, but look at your teammates over here. They went 0-2, or they did this and that. and you're sulking and bitching more when all they really wanted to do was get a win, and they couldn't do it, and you did it. Have more class, be better. And I was like, yeah, you're absolutely right. Even if I'm not satisfied with the win, that's what I take home with me. But I should still be like, I still got the win. You know what I'm saying? And I got teammates that didn't get the win, and they're looking at me like, bro, seriously, you fucking won, and you're bitching. I didn't fucking win, and I'm like, you know what, man, you're absolutely right. Sometimes just.
Thank God for women sometimes, set us straight.
Yeah, bro, right? Yeah. Thank fucking God. No, I've had some good people, because I'm very emotional, especially when I compete, and I slap the mat after certain wins, or I'll scream after subs and shit, like if I win. And sometimes I have people pull me aside, like, hey, man, have some more class, or blah, 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 this and that. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I look back like, yeah, maybe I should have. But, dude, you don't understand.
Hey, when you win like that, you're hyped, man,
Bro, you don't understand.
Yeah, it's not like you're like flipping the guy off and like talking shit to him.
Bro, you don't understand, man. I hate competing. Like, believe it or not, it fucking scares me. It terrifies me. I hate it. Like, when I sign up for a match, bro, I get the nerves. I get the shits. There's certain people that, like, they get matches and they're cool, they're calm, they're chill. Me, I'm like, nah, dude. Like, it's on my mind, bro. Like, it terrifies me. It makes me anxious as fuck. So when I train, that's where I get my confidence, But you can lose your matches mentally before you even get on the mat. And, dude, when you start training for comp, like me, ask to train. We train hard for comp.
Yeah, for sure.
We train hard. I put a lot into it. I sacrifice a lot for something that I'm paying to do that keeps me up at night and the shit that I'm doing to my body. So when I go out there and I beat a dude in 18 seconds from a fucking Imanari roll, that's a purple belt when I'm a blue belt. And my last super fight, I got fucking tooked up and I got destroyed in front of my girl. Bro, I'm gonna smack the mat and be fucking, what? Because, bro, it takes so fucking much, bro, And he don't understand, man. When I hit that win at Iron Man, I went up to him. I was like, bro, I trained so fucking hard for you. Like, I know I got him in 18 seconds, bro. Yeah. But I went up to him and was like, bro, I trained so fucking hard for you. Like, and I cut weight. Tran was 5 hours in the sauna. Tran still with me.
Wow. I didn't have to.
Dude. Listen out, guys.
And his opponent was still bigger than him.
Still, I got a picture. I'll show you. Actually, wow. Do I have? I'll show you, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking dude. He was like, hey, what's up, man?
What's his name?
Ray Johns. Cool guy. Super cool guy.
He does MMA too, right?
Yeah, he just fought. He lost. He was fighting at CES.
CES, wow.
Yeah, and really nice guy. And dude, all right, so
that's a legit MMA organization.
I hate to get off topic, bro, but like I want to talk about our relationships with each other, maybe, and then we'll save all the other stuff for because we're gonna do a whole bunch of podcasts. But I get excited. But I really want to talk about my relationship with Tran because people don't fucking understand what loyalty is nowadays. Like cross training's fine. You can cross train all you want, right? And you can have other coaches and other people that mean stuff to you. And sometimes, bro, you outgrow gyms. That's a real thing. You should never feel bad when you outgrow a gym because it happens, Mm-hmm. Maybe your mindset's different. Maybe you just need different looks, this and that. Or you need, you're at a certain level where you're smashing everybody. But when you go out to training, you're going against your comp, you're going against good people. It's all predicated on what you want to do in this sport, And the good thing about jiu-jitsu is it's such a new sport that guys like me can come off the couch and compete in good shows, and make a name for myself. Whereas if you want to play basketball, bro, you have to start at 6. Mm-hmm. You want to play football. If you start basketball at 15, you have to be a freaking genetic specimen. You got to be like Joel Embiid. So growing up, I was always the fat, chubby friend. I never had like anybody that ever believed in anything that I fucking ever did, because it just didn't. I just sucked at everything. Like, I dropped out in high school twice. Like, I had, people who know me as emotional, but I deal with like mental disorders and stuff like that, just like everybody else. Fucked up childhood like everybody else. And I never had anybody fucking believe in me, ever. I was never good at anything. I was not, dude, my wrestling coaches didn't even know my name. They kept calling me Gabriel. Bro.
Gabriel. You don't even look like a Gabriel.
Dude, I would go to practice, train in winter, walk an hour home in winter.
Fuck, that's crazy.
And then wake up and train.
New England weather.
New England weather, bro. 6 o'clock, dude. Through Sci-Tech, through fucking Springfield, bro. Through the ghetto. Like, there would be shortcuts, but you'd be like, nah. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to walk. I'll go all the way the fuck around in the winter, bro. After doing 3-hour practices, bro. And these motherfuckers. That's why people are like, why do you act like? Why are you so, bro? It just doesn't go away, dude. So I don't even know if Tran even remembers this, but these coaches didn't fucking even remember my name, bro. And now, you know, that sucks. That's why when people come to my fundamental class, bro, I make sure to greet them and say their name. How you doing, Cody? How you doing, Ethan? Thank you for taking my class. You know, thank you. And I watch. I'm one of those hands-on instructors. I watch you train. Yep. And I remember, and we'll specifically work on what you want to work on. So after my second tournament, my first with 10th Planet, like I said, Tran coached me, and I'm brash. I talk a lot. I'm loud. I can have an attitude I can have an attitude or, you know, whatever. But one thing I am is fucking coachable. I am fucking coachable. I listen. You told me to do something. I don't question why you're telling me to do it. I know that you see something that I don't and that I need to do it. And I hate structuring my whole life around jiu-jitsu. So after my first tournament where Tran coached me, I told him, I'm a fucking robot, bro. He told if he was to be like blink, I would have fucking blinked, you know? Like I blink.
Simon
blink.
says blink.
Bro, Tran, didn't fucking robot, right?
Yeah, for sure. This is the Fuji one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking robot, bro.
That's when I knew like Daniel was going to be a good athlete, because like I think I remember I was sitting down next to Pat in the bleachers, and the kids were starting, and usually they start off with the kids at the tournament, and then, you know, they go from like white belts, blue belts, and then like bigger weights.
The fat guys always go last.
The fat guys always go last,
always.
just like the wrestling. You
fucking
know?
Sucks.
And yeah, part of me was like, oh man, he's part of the team, so we got to give him some love, you know.
Nobody knew me. Nobody knew me.
But I remember him wearing like a 10th Planet T-shirt, right? I think it was.
I had a rash guard, 10th Planet rash guard. Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's part of our team. But I was like, hey, Pat, who's that? And I forgot. I don't know if he knew who Daniel was. But
Gabriel.
Maybe he did. Gabriel.
Yeah, fucking Gabriel. Now, hey, Gabriel. Shout out. That's my son's middle name now.
Oh, look at that.
That's my son's middle name. What up?
That's wild.
I don't fucking forget, bro. I remember I'm petty, bro. I'm petty.
But yeah, Daniel was hopping up and down. His match probably didn't start for another 2-3 hours. I was like, what the hell is this guy doing?
John Manley used to get so mad at me. He's like, bro, when's your match? I don't know, like 3 hours? Calm down. You're going to burn yourself out. No, I'm not. 2 minutes later, I'm like, yeah, I am.
Yeah, so Daniel was all he was all hyped, you know, but I knew, like, after coaching him on the mat, like, I didn't know who he was, but I just knew he was training as part of the team. And I always kind of supported anybody who trained. So this is Daniel showing us a picture. Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
That was it.
You were fat.
Yeah, bro.
You were really fat. Let's take a look at that picture. Yeah. Oh, man. But good for you, man. You came a long ways. Holy shit. I think I still got a video of you or your match.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll get into that, too.
Post that up.
Yeah. Dude, fucking. So, yeah.
Naked selfie pictures.
Yeah. After, bro, so that's where the chemistry came, right? And like I said, nobody really fucking knew me. Like, I went out to dinner the night before with the guys and stuff, and
what year is that? Like 2019?
18.
Damn, progress, huh?
Yeah, bro. I tell you. So I went out to dinner with the guys before, and, you know, so I was cool. You know, I was chilling with Lewis and all those guys and shit. And, you know, I was like, dude, I got to go against a fucking blue belt, bro, you know? And everything Tran said, did. Gift wrap, take mount, take back. Yeah. Automatic. But that sticks with me. But what stuck with me was afterwards, I don't even think, Tran, I don't know if you remember, but you sent me a post or a message or something. And you were like, bro, you did so fucking good today. You know, you're pretty much like the gist was, I try to find it, but I can't. But you're like, hey, man, you did so good today. You're very tech. You listen, blah, 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 this and that. Come back to the gym and let's keep making you into a fucking beast. And no one in my life has ever said that to me or treated me like that or ever shown me attention like that.
That's awesome.
So I don't even know. Do you even remember saying that?
I sort of do, but I don't remember the full detail, man.
Yeah, that's the gist. I was trying to find it. I don't know if it was a comment or like a Facebook message. I don't really remember anymore.
Straight to DMs.
Yeah, he slid in. I'm cute as fuck. No. So no one ever talked to me like that, bro. Like ever. Like I didn't do anything with my life to that point. You know, I just fucking partied. I just partied hard and, you know, did fucking stupid shit.
Sometimes, man, that's all it takes, you know.
Bro, and ever since then, bro, Tran tells me to jump, I jump. You know, that's just the relationship that we have, you know. And it's pretty cool because he's been there the whole time. I remember my first year at 10th Planet, I took 3 months off. I was like, I don't really want to train right now.
No, I tell Daniel, hey, jump, and he'll tell me how high.
Yeah. I question him now because sometimes I'm like, you're just being a dick. But I took 3 months off.
Why'd you take 3 months off?
I don't know, man. I get into my own head.
It's anxiety because I know that's the one big thing of coming here. It's just like trying to like. Because I remember like I would only come. I came to the one night class. Then I started coming to the morning classes with you a lot, Randy, and Monday and Fridays because I'm like, oh, it's comfortable. There's not a lot of people here. I feel comfortable. And then Pat came in and said, hey, Ryan, when you start coming to night classes, I would sit in the parking lot and just like. Ryan, just walk in the building. They're not going to beat you up when you walk in.
That's real, bro.
And it really is. But now, now I love coming in here. It's
that
like
shit's real, bro.
And like I said, you guys, it's not like you guys were ever like dicks, none of that kind of stuff. You guys were always welcoming, like cool. Like
we adopt people into our circle real quick, bro.
Well, no, even like
once we're like, oh, you're like us. Hey, you're talking to us every day.
But not even that, just everybody else too. Everyone that comes in, just like everyone's cool. Even new people too. It's just like, hey, what's going on? What's your name? Blah blah blah. So it's awesome. It's like almost like another family.
Oh yeah, awesome. Dude, absolutely, bro. I took 3 months back then. I was I didn't have a car. And I was Ubering to practice.
Oh, so
and then Tran was dropping me off home, or sometimes he would pick me up. And also my boy Skinny, who doesn't train with us, he's in West LA right now. Shout out to him. He was a dope ass dude. He would pick me up too, because he was like, bro, I see something in you. He's like, he was older. He built tunnels around the world. Cool dude, super smart, really nice. He's a
cool dude, man.
Cool ass dude. He was like, yeah, I see something in you, bro. I see something. And like I'm telling you, bro, I grew up never hearing stuff like that, you know? He's like, nah, it's just the way you move, it's just the way you learn, blah, this and that. And I don't know, I just, the drive and everything, like, having to pay, I was like, nah, bro, I just need a break. And I think it's I might be projecting for Tran, but I think it's Tran taking 5 years off. He was really big on people not taking big gaps off. Really big. And so he was always and I was like, nah, bro, and I think I was going with you every Friday to Underdog. So we was hitting up an Underdog class. And I was like, I'll just do jiu-jitsu once a week.
It's like another jiu-jitsu or / MMA school in Connecticut.
Shout out them. They're dope.
Yeah.
But I was, dude, coaching, bro. I was dumb when I first started. I didn't just watch video. I didn't break down tape.
Yeah, I was like, the thing is, it's so hard though. I mean, like when you first, even me, like I'm looking at the stuff, and you guys, some of the stuff you guys are saying now, like different moves and finishers. I'm just like, what?
Yeah,
like, there's a lot.
It's a language. It's 100% a language, and once you understand the language, bro, you open up a different matrix, bro. You open up different patterns, bro. Like I tell people, and it's movement based pattern, bro. It's chest. It's human chest. What we do, and people who are better at processing it are better at breaking down attacks, defense, and all that stuff. That's just one part. That's just the brain. That's why it's good if you're injured to just watch jiu-jitsu. Because you can learn so much. The second part is your body. How you treat it, your cardio, your conditioning, your strength. So, but your brain has to be there first. Your brain has to be there first. You have to learn the move first.
Yep.
And then you have to drill the move. Then you have to hit the move in positions. Positional sparring is very key. And then you have to do it in in a real stress environment. People don't understand. That's why, bro, I think I've been teaching the single leg for probably 4 months. And I have no plans of still not teaching it.
This is on your Wednesday morning?
No, this is my Tuesday and Thursday. So Tuesday we always start, I stole it from John Danaher, but I always start with a wrestling takedown on Tuesday.
Nice.
But we'll do some jiu-jitsu, I was really kind of thinking about pushing back up the wrestling. But then I remember, because I was like, maybe these people this is the only fundamental class. They're only wrestling. But I was like, but you know what? There's fundamental class on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays as well.
Yep.
And they're doing jiu-jitsu. I'm the only class that's doing stand-up wrestling. And 2 days a week of wrestling isn't enough.
You definitely need it.
Definitely need it.
I think it's coming along. I know it's only 5 months, but I love it. I think it's good too, because then kind of when you take someone down, like you're in that dominant position. When you take someone down,
it's easy.
I love it.
And it just to build your movement and your cardio, dude. You'll get in so much better shape just by wrestling.
Absolutely.
Sure. I mean, we're doing jiu-jitsu, right? So shit starts on the ground.
Yeah, always.
So if we can't take someone down, then
if you do judo, it's called nawaza.
Yeah.
Nawaza, ground fighting. But I think this means ground fighting.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so
grappling.
No, yeah, so and then on Thursdays it's just wrestling.
Oh, okay.
It's just takedowns. It's just wrestling. But it's not live because I don't want to tire everybody out before Pat's class at 7:00. So I have to really find that medium. But sometimes it's hard because just doing wrestling, flowing wrestling for 10 minutes is exhausting.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
And but it's a necessity. It's a necessity. I neglected. I'll tell you now, Ryan, having you here is great, especially like helping coaching you through your journey. But me just looking back to how I used to train and even the improvements I made, yeah, it was great. Yeah, I got good. Yeah, I started tapping out good people, you know? Another story is my first tournament with Tran. Tran went against this guy, big guy, 6'1". And they DQ'd Tran.
Did they? Who's this?
Remember we got the heel hook and they DQ'd you? We're like, yo, it's expert. And
they tried to. They tried to. They did.
So when you do expert, you can go heel hooks. Every other division you can't. And Tran's doing expert, and I'm a white belt. This is my second tournament with 10 Planet, but now we're together. Like, we're coach and athlete.
So expert, like you can do like pretty much all submission, right? You can do
this is
heel
2018,
hooks.
So heel hooks are just becoming the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, any other division like intermediate and beginner, like you're only limited to a certain amount of submissions.
Yeah.
And they confused me with some,
Yeah, they thought he was doing intermediate when he was doing expert. And the guy he was going against was like 6'1", 190.
They secretly insulted me.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're
And-
like, my jiu-jitsu's that bad.
Bro.
I was an intermediate.
First of all, the guy, I'm not gonna shout out. I know his name and stuff. I'm not gonna shout it out. But cocky dude. He was talking all that before the match. Yeah, bro, I went to this, and that happens a lot, bro. If you don't think ego exists in jiu-jitsu, you're not training. You're not training. Oh yeah, I went to this gym. Yeah, dude did this and that. And
I didn't hear him. Thank God.
bro, I was just looking at him like Tran goes. So what he technically couldn't do at intermediate is leg reap. He couldn't heel hook either, but before the heel hook was a leg reap. It's just pretty much when you're taking your leg from single leg from ashi and you're going on the inside and you're moving their knee like that. That's illegal in a lot of competitions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They think you can injure people, which does happen. Somebody gets stationary and you could pop their whole knee with just moving your leg like that really quick.
So if you've never done jiu-jitsu, it's basically your leg on the outside coming in towards the middle.
Well, just check out Cub Swanson. Cub Swanson, he did a jiu-jitsu match under, I forget what organization, but it's on UC Fight Pass. It was a 5-on-5. And he got put in a leg reap and he blew out his ACL. Wow. Yeah, so which shows you the level of jiu-jitsu that shouldn't happen if you're a black belt. Like, you should know that your leg is getting reaped and you should go with it and try to beat your knee. But anyway, so Tran leg reaped this guy and the ref was like, stop. Threw up the X. We're like, what? Yeah, man, this is expert. He's like, what? This is expert, bro. Oh, shit, my bad, bro. Just restart him in the same position.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they put me in the pretty much inside 411 now. Let's call it.
I call it cross-side ashi just because it's easier with all the names, with all the ashis. You got top-side ashi, cross-side ashi, all that regular ashi.
So, so they put me in like this already dominating position already. And all I did do, like, I kind of knew, but like now looking back, I kind of do suck at it. Like, but at the time, like, oh, I'm just going to get this guy. And so I pretty much heel hooked him from the inside heel hook. And then it was a screaming, right?
Yeah, he screamed. Yeah,
he was so pissed.
Yeah, fuck you. I was like,
Thank you for talking shit.
yeah, bro, he's so cocky.
Yeah.
Fast forward 2 years later, I get a match with this guy.
He beats him. Daniel beats him in what? How many seconds?
58?
58 seconds.
Wow.
I beat him quicker than Tran beat him.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, I beat him. Actually, you know what? I don't know the time that you beat him. I might just be bullshitting.
No, I think it was like a minute because I looked back and I timed it too after
Yeah?
you said that. Yeah.
I beat him 58, so 2 seconds, baby.
Okay.
2 seconds. So,
But I always say I was older and then I was smaller.
yeah, it's true.
That's my disadvantage.
But that dude's, he was doing expert when I was doing white belt.
Mm-hmm.
And then flash forward 2 years later, I'm still a blue belt and I beat him quicker with a different submission. I hit him with a Kimura.
Nice. Yeah, that was a 6 submission.
And that was at our quintet that we have that 5-on-5.
That was dope.
I was screaming afterwards, bro. After they raised my hand, I shook his hand. I came back to I came back to our side, our bleacher, our mat side where everyone was sitting. I just screaming in front of all their faces. I swear our team fucking loves it.
That's awesome.
Our team fucking loves it, bro. I just scream, dude. I scream at regular practice after hard rounds, bro. I scream.
I've heard it a few times.
I got Josh screaming out too, bro. Josh be like, "Fuck!" after tough rows, I got Josh be like, "Fuck!" I'm like, "Yeah." That's what
I wasn't even competing, and I wanted to compete after he was doing that.
that quintet, bro, was fucking fire. But now looking back, dude, let's go full circle with this conversation. Now looking back, bro, I can't believe I didn't lift. I mean, I did a couple of strength and conditioning classes with you, Tran.
Oh, that's right.
That was pretty dope. But now, like, having Ryan, having me, would I be technically on a program?
Sort of, because I mean, I really only see you on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, and with your wrist too, it's hard to implement the upper body stuff.
Yeah.
But like your deadlifting and like I said, like what you've been doing for like squats and stuff like that, it sounds pretty good.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely I'm taking and I'm hitting shoulders too and overheads.
It's like I said, like once your wrist heals up 100%, you start doing we'll get you in a full program. But like I said, your deadlift days, exactly what I would do. And like I said, like and the thing is, I kind of get jealous because like I see you already jumping up weight really quick, and it's like, fuck, I remember those days because now I'm like at that like.
Bro, Bill told me he hasn't his weight on his deadlift hasn't changed in like 8 years.
Do you know how it's extreme?
He said it's been the same 8 years, or was it 10? I don't. It was some crazy number.
What's his deadlift?
I forget. He didn't give me. I didn't ask the number, but he said if he raises it a pound, he'd be excited.
Oh yeah,
really?
It's like a huge thing because like I was jumping up huge numbers and I'm like I'm the strongest man alive, and I finally got like after like a year and a half I'm like fuck 5 pounds and I can't like do more like this sucks. But the thing is, especially with CrossFit, like I was like oh sweet, like I can did CrossFit for like an hour, I can go eat whatever I want. Like I never focused on nutrition. It's just the past few years I'm like okay, nutrition is important, especially like with my schedule like working overnight. Like
I don't know how he does it.
It's tough. I've been doing it at the jail. I did it for 4 years, and I went to second shift, and I went to the police department. And like I had a couple of times where I could have switched different shifts, but like night shift, I'm kind of when it comes to like details.
Yeah,
I love details. Day shift and like ease, I can pick up anyone I want. But and I can kind of if I did eve shift, I wouldn't be able to come here.
Bro, second shift is. You don't have a life when you work second shift.
No, that's the thing. Like I'd be sleeping normal, which is great because I come in here sometimes. I feel like I'm drunk.
Yeah.
But but the thing is, like I said, just I love it. But like nutrition is just it's so important. It's so hard. Like I keep my nutrition to a basic. I try not to count too many calories because I think I suck with the whole like counting all that kind of stuff when it comes to like macros, all that kind of shit. So I do a basic calorie count. I did it for a month. I figured out what I can eat, what I can't eat. And that's what I base my whole life. If I'm going to go here, if I'm going to do jiu-jitsu for an hour or like on Wednesday where I know I'm going to do deadlifts and then do jiu-jitsu and then come back to night class, I eat way more. But yeah, like I said, like with doing lifting and I think doing jiu-jitsu, like where your stage is at and actually doing it right, I think you're going to see a lot more improvements on the mat.
Dude, I already feel improvements, man. Like it's crazy how much more comfortable I feel, especially with injury, because I feel solid. Like I feel stable.
Well, that's how people injure themselves too, especially with CrossFit. People go, oh, well, they're injuring themselves because they're looking at that weight when they're doing a clean and jerk. Well, it's like, you know what? Everyone gets injured doing anything. You can injure yourself walking. Injure yourself like doing stuff like just do basic stuff out here.
Bro, you're gonna get injured in life.
Yeah.
Unless you don't do anything, and even that's gonna injure you. Because if you don't do anything, you don't stretch, you don't work your body out, you're gonna fuck your body up. If you sit at a desk, you're gonna injure your body.
So I got
for sure.
I had surgery on my wrist. I got a cyst taken out, and so I was down for 6 weeks. And I could have walked, but what I do, I sat in my basement and played Warzone. And
that Tran loves Warzone.
Oh yeah.
I don't play that game.
Yeah. But the thing is, then like all of a sudden I stand, I'm like, oh my fucking back is killing me.
Oh, dude,
it's literally just because I've been sitting on my ass for like 6 weeks and not doing anything, not working and nothing. So
they say sitting's bad for you, right?
Everything's bad for you, and like drinking too much water can kill you. Apparently,
bro, it's crazy. It's all about finding your happy place and having a routine in moderation.
Yeah,
like if you're gonna eat McDonald's, like go ahead and eat here. And I like my fiance makes fun of me all the time because like I love junk food. When I was going to the academy, I'd stress out. I'd be like, yo, babe, can you go to get me some Oreos? I'd eat the whole fucking pack of Oreos.
Dude, easy.
But the thing is, I'm running,
easy.
That's
easy.
5-6 miles a day.
Bro.
Doing it in the academy. So it's like I can work out like crazy. But imagine if I ate healthy. Imagine the gains I would see when I'm eating healthy.
That's it.
So it's like, yeah, you might be able to run it off or work it off. But if you keep to a nutrition plan, you're eating healthy on a regular basis, and you don't cave into your like those needs or whatever the hell you want, something like that.
Especially working overnights.
Yeah. Well, that's the hard part. Like, you're sitting there like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm hungry. It's like, are you hungry or are you just tired?
Yeah. And then
are you thirsty?
And then you get
you can be thirsty.
24.
Yeah.
24/7 right down the street.
I can literally drink. I can drink a Bang or a Reign, whatever energy drinks, whatever you want to give me. I can take a nap.
Me too.
I can. But the thing is, so like I took one whole month where I just did
Wait, taking a nap because you're crashing from the sugar, or just because you're so
literally-
tired?
No, I can literally take it. I don't know. I could take a nap literally right after drinking it. Like I can drink a coffee and I can be like, oh, I'm tired.
But
it's-
easy. I could just sleep.
But
Close my eyes and like 5 seconds later,
yeah.
you're out.
Yeah, it's. But the thing is that when I go to bed, I just worked 8 hours. I want to go to bed, or 16 hours. I want to go to bed. I get into bed and I can't sleep.
It's fucking tough, dude.
So it's
and people don't realize how important sleep is.
Especially when you're doing especially your schedule right now where you're like dialed in, you're doing lifting
Bro.
and you're doing jiu-jitsu.
Dude, you don't understand that
recovery.
like this is the first time that I'm actually like I lifted. I went to the gym and did machines and whole body workout. You're just doing whatever. And also another thing is I'm blessed that I'm strong. Like just functionally. Like when people roll with me, that's the first thing they always say. Like, damn, dude, you're strong. Yep. But if you see the weight that I pull, you're like, bro, that's it. You know what I mean, bro? Like I'm like, bro, I can't. My bench sucks. My squat sucks. Like, I'm not strong in those motions. I will be because I'm going to put my mind to it. And that's what happens when you put your mind to something. You're always going to be a white belt until you just keep doing it, constant reps. And,
absolutely.
That's what it is. You're a
But-
white belt right now. And,
Yeah, but you don't think about like, when you start lifting, that's the first thing Ryan said to me. He was like, bro, don't dirty bulk. Because I'm like, damn, I'm working out. I'm doing jiu-jitsu and I'm teaching. I fucking eat whatever. And Ryan, first thing Ryan was like, hey, don't dirty bulk.
Because I did that when I was living in Pennsylvania. I was 230 on my body for like, I'm 5'9".
Yeah,
so 230. But the thing is, I was eating like shit. Like I was eating whatever I want. But the thing is, I was delivering ice. So I'm literally like slinging around big pallets of like 200-pound, like, whatever the hell. I was
Yeesh, you got to get your weight up for that.
Yeah, and but
Gotta
the thing
get
is, I'm going to the gym afterwards and lifting for 2 hours.
Jeez.
But then but walk up a flight of stairs and I want to pass out. And I have 911 on standby, ready to call them.
Bro, it's crazy.
So
The nutrition aspect to it, because that's something I've neglected my entire jiu-jitsu career. As Tran, we'd go to New York City and I'm eating a tuna sandwich right before we get to the trainings. Bro, eating. And then I'm looking at these guys, bro, chiseled, ripped, and I'm like, we're the same weight?
Mm-hmm.
I'm 10 pounds heavier? Get the fuck out of here. There's no way. They're 10 pounds. I'm 10 pounds heavier than you, bro. How? I'm at Placido all the time.
yeah, you used to call these guys, Caesar statues or something like that?
Bro, yeah, like Roman statues, bro.
Roman
No
statues,
fucking
that's it.
fat dude, bro.
You get so jealous. I'm like, man.
And I'm like, dude, I left at 3 a.m. just like everybody else. I got here at 7, did a double session of training. I've trained all week. I don't really care. Of course, when you look in the mirror, you want to like what you see, especially.
Yep.
And I was always fucking up dudes with a dad bod, Like, even when I was at like 207, I still had a little gut. Like, I still had flab, but I was still fucking guys up.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind frame, I was like, bruh, still fucking people up. Why, who cares? I'm just going to be that dude that like, oh, you got a 6-pack? Well, fuck this. You just got your ass beat, because shout out to the people that compete that don't have like, they don't need an edge, but I need an edge. That's just who I am. It just helps me. It makes me run an extra lap, So when I look at their body, I just get that little edge. Like, I'm going to fuck. Like, that's another reason why I'm going to fuck you up, But then it got to the point, bro, where I'm like, dude, your body, to me, this doesn't have to be to everybody, guys. All right. So don't try to think like I'm fat shaming, body shaming, because people are amazing jiu-jitsu athletes, period athletes, amazing people at however they look, whatever they're comfortable with. But for me, after getting my arm blown out from that Americana, it really flipped everything for me. Because I realized how important my body is.
Mm-hmm.
You only get one fucking body. And I'm here drinking 3-4 nights a week. I'm here not sleeping good. I'm here bullshitting at the gym, lifting weights that I shouldn't be lifting, and training and not even drinking water because I wanted to weigh myself afterwards and try to see, oh, look, I'm low. Yeah, well, that's because you fucking didn't drink any fucking water, bro. Like, that's so stupid. And I was like, bro, I'm training so much. My body should reflect my training. To me. That doesn't have to be to everybody, but to me, And I'm like, okay, well, I'm definitely burning the cows. So what am I neglecting? Oh, well, one, what am I neglecting in training? I'm neglecting wrestling. One of the hardest things to do, if not the hardest thing to do in jiu-jitsu. Okay, that burns a lot of calories. That builds your cardio. All right, so let's get back to wrestling. Okay, what else am I neglecting? Am I really rolling every round? Am I really rolling? Well, no, because I roll around and I take a round off and maybe I roll another round and this and that. Well, why am I doing that? Because I'm tired. Well, why am I tired? Oh, because I didn't eat good. Oh, because the night before I went out drinking. Oh, because I didn't drink enough water. Oh. So did I really train? Nah, maybe not. Maybe not. So now these guys are getting better than me, or I had a bad row, or I had a bad day, or I had a bad week. Why am I doing that? Oh, because you know what? You're not giving yourself to the science of nutrition and to the science of getting in shape and working out. And you're not listening to guys that did it and can help you. And that's what those are awesome. So once my arm got blown out and I was just watching, I was like, man, there's a lot that I can do that's not just rolling in jiu-jitsu that will make me a better competitor, better human being, live a longer life. I'm constantly beating my body up anyways, and I'm just taking it for granted that I can bounce back. Nah, bro, let's be smart about it, you know? So like having Ryan here is a fucking blessing, bro. To have somebody that dude, dropping knowledge is great, bro. You'll have a lot of people in your life drop knowledge, but you don't have a lot of people that will commit to you and invest in you. And that's why I find, going back to the whole Tran me thing, loyalty. Investing in somebody and actually caring about their gains and writing out a lift day for them, even when you're going to be on vacation. This dude just said, Daniel, your shoulder, wrist? No, my wrist hurts.
No, my shoulder and my elbow.
He said, Daniel, I'm not going to be able to lift probably, but I'm still going to show up on Wednesdays to watch you and Josh lift.
That's pretty dope, man.
That's fucking dope, dude. You know, not a lot of people. If people can't, you'll see it so much, bro. If somebody gets injured, they don't show up. They don't show up. They don't. Maybe, you know, of course, people have lives. I get that. Great, cool. But when you have somebody like that, bro, hey, how you doing? Helps you out. Constantly gives you advice. You know?
Yeah, it's good to hear, man. Because I just remember I picked you up. This guy used to have he used to have these Dunkin' Donuts, like coffee loaded with sugar.
Bro,
I'm
bad.
like, dude.
That's the thing.
Man.
That's a go off like the nutrition thing again, because I'll still eat junk food. You know, I'll still like.
Oh yeah.
Like I said,
fuck up a Big Mac, bro.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
like
right.
I love food, but you gotta you think about
You gotta live.
But they would be like, oh, I'm gonna eat healthy. What'd you have? Oh, I had a salad. Okay, what was on the salad? Well, I had chicken, breaded chicken. Then I had, which is, grease.
Yeah.
Then I had a
ranch dressing.
How much dressing did you put on there? And they fucking just load it. Like
I had some croutons.
Yeah, crouton, all this shit. It's like, okay, so you're literally,
cheese.
Hey, how many calories was your salad? I didn't check. Yeah. I bet if you checked, it was a thou. You had a thou and a salad. Mm-hmm. But it was healthy. But what did you have? What did you have? Did you have spinach? Oh, I had an iceberg. Oh, you had an iceberg salad. You know there's no nutritional value in iceberg, right? What? There's none. That shit's water.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, though. Like,
what you smother in? Blue cheese with a fried onion rings? That's up. But that's the only thing I had that was bad, fried onion rings.
Yeah, right.
right?
Yeah, but that meal right there probably puts you over your calorie count for the day,
Bro, you could have ate a burger for less calories.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, dude? Yeah. And that's what fucking people don't realize, bro. That's why, I didn't. And I still was making bounds in jiu-jitsu because I have great coaching and great structure. And we're not just barbaric people when we train at 10th Planet. We have a system. You know what I'm saying? So you will get better because my mind is there. But now it's time for the body to be there. Because I'm 29. You know? We have world champions at 18. Yeah, cool. Good for them. But I'm not going to compare myself to that. Am I going to be a world champion, ADC champ? Nah, probably not. But why can't I see how far I can go?
Yeah.
Why? Why do I have to put a limit on myself? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I'm 29. If I start doing everything right that I should have been doing at 29, I can compete. Dude, Tran's about to compete at 40. You know, it's how you train and how you take care of yourself and believing in the science of it. And honestly, it's the little gains, bro. Like, yeah, I like to be repping 350, 400 on a deadlift, but Ryan's like, yo, you're doing 235, and just trust the process. You know, but I'm like, bro, but I did 320. Like I did 320. Why can't I do 320 again? He's like, nah, you're gonna stay at 225. Yeah, but I did 295 with you. Why can't I go back to that? Because you're going to get stronger doing this accessory work and getting comfortable at higher lifts for you. Might be your highest. And you're comfortable at that weight. And so you're repping 10 reps on that, and it's nothing.
And form, too.
That's it.
Yeah. Form is, form's key, especially when you come to lifting, because it's like anything,
Technique is king out of everything.
Exactly. And that's the word I was looking for. Technique, like I said, with jiu-jitsu, everything. Like, okay, well, if I'm in close guard, I would always want to be close to the person. Like, well, that's not going to work because that fucking person's going to get you in something.
Dude.
You know, so it's like it's every little thing, like even like footwork. We talk about footwork for a deadlift.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we talked about like, and everybody's different. You can watch a million different videos. Everyone's gonna tell you something different. You know, I'm going with my technique, the way I've done it, and I fucking love it. And it seems like it's working for you because your deadlift is on key. You know, on point. Your Josh's deadlift. You guys are both pulling up weight.
Yeah,
and
fuck
it's
Josh for being so fucking strong, dude.
Yeah,
I'm like, Josh, I'm bigger than you, bro. He's fucking.
I told that guy, I'm like, yo, dude, that muscle, that deltoid popping out, girls are gonna love that. He ripped those things out like extra.
Josh came up to me and was like, yo, Ryan caught me staring at myself when I was lifting. He was like, what were you saying? Don't look.
Yeah, he's like fucking checking. He's like, yeah.
He's like lifted while he's doing reps, like look at it. Ryan's like, yo, bro.
Yeah, like, don't fucking do that shit.
And he came up to me and was like, yeah, he caught me looking.
And that's the one thing too, like I've always like, you know, like there's always a good thing. People like pros and cons for like with the mirrors and stuff like that. I've always like not having a mirror in front of me when it comes to like deadlifts. I want to focus. I don't want anyone to fucking talk to me. I put my headphones in, listen to loud music, and I just want to fucking go for it. You know, and that's why I loved about CrossFit. It's loud fucking, like my buddy Jay Paul, he owns CrossFit SVG in Chicopee, and he would always, when I come in, like, yo, heavy fucking music. We're going to listen to fucking heavy metal. We're going to fucking just lift heavy weight.
Music
love
is
that.
Clutch. Marcelo, the best jiu-jitsu gym that had the best music, Marcelo, bro. It was a vibe.
The people who train without music kind of scare me.
John Danaher trains without music.
That guy
You just hear the fans.
That guy scares me, though.
Breathing, heavy breathing.
Yeah, that's it. And he's just looking.
I remember when I first watched him, like, yo, look at this fucking guy talking all intelligent. I mean, this guy's a nerd. I'm like, oh shit, this guy
He's
is
a
like
serial killer.
Yo, that guy is badass.
Bro, it's intimidating.
The one name I learned quick from freaking jiu-jitsu was John
John. You got Tran smacking me in the face in front of him. We're doing mount drills. We're doing live mount drills, and they're like, get out. And Tran's on top of me. Get out, bitch. Smack. Get out, bitch. I'm looking at it. Danaher's looking at me just...
So he doesn't look like a guy like with a sense of humor, but I watched that. What's that one guy who? He's like, is it Bernard something?
Bernardo?
So he has
do the Bernardo accent.
Like,
oh man, yeah, doing on spot.
He talks like this.
So John Danaher did it. It was like I was laughing my ass.
I heard he's funny, man. He's funny.
It was fucking hilarious, like spot on too, because he has like that. I don't know how to like explain his voice, but it's like almost like a cartoon character.
Bro, he's
like
New Zealand. He's from New Zealand.
Like kind of like
yeah, he sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's all like this. I can't even do it. Tran can do a perfect one, bro.
Man. I gotta have some drinks for that.
All right.
Oh, dude, he's funny on Truly's, bro. He'll be having Instagram stories. He's like, I didn't know. He's like, I drank this seltzer drink. I thought it was seltzer water. I didn't know.
Those will get you, man.
Dude, I didn't know. I didn't know about Truly's, man. Yeah, then I went to some party. I think it was Thanksgiving, and someone was like, "Hey, you want some seltzer?" Yeah, sure. It's not alcohol, so I didn't know. I thought seltzer was seltzer. No, they gave me a Truly. I don't know.
It's seltzer mixed with vodka.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's
especially a really hot day.
That's the thing. If it's hot, man, you gotta drink.
Dude, my problem is, bro,
I was like 6 deep, and
six. Jesus Christ, Tran. No wonder. I thought you drank 2.
Probably was too.
I golf too. I mean, I suck at golf, but like those are my drinks of choice, and like they fucking hit because it's fucking hot outside. You slamming Trulies or whatever, White Claws. And next thing you know, you're like, holy fuck.
Bro, the problem is, right?
It's like the basic white girl.
Dude, right? the problem with Trulies is, right? They're like, yo, it's only 100 cal. So you're like, shit, that's not bad, bro. You drink a beer, you drink a heavy IPA, you're probably 300, 400 and a heavy IPA, right? And then Papa over here, I fucking love my IPAs, bro. I used to hate beer. I love my triple IPAs, double IPAs, that 9% shit, bro. I'll slam those back. So I switch to Trulies. I'm a big guy, bro. Like, I'm a big boy. I like to drink double IPAs, bro. Do you know how many Trulies you have to drink I have to drink for me to get a buzz? Like, to get like...
Their like alcohol is pretty high in those, aren't they?
Bro, I will drink like 10. So 100 cal turned to 1,000 cal.
Oh my god.
And then Buddy Boy over here want to be like, yeah, it's time for some McDonald's or something. So I probably, in one drink session, I'll probably go 4,000 calories deep, bro.
Whoa. Hey, dude, I'm white trashy though. If I get my drink of choice, like especially in summertime, I'm like, yo, let's get some Twisted Teas.
Oh,
like, yo, like, come on, how old are you? I'm like, I don't care how old.
Bro, I'm shotgunning my Twisted Teas. You ready, bro? You be shotgunning those bitches. Like, yo, you want to get drunk quick? Well, let's shotgun this bitch. Give me a little can, bro. Let's do another one.
Hangovers, though. Worse.
Ugh, that and wine, bro.
I don't fuck with wine.
Dude, wine will fuck you up, bro.
Which one? White or
That or Hennessy. I don't fuck with Hennessy. That's the
wine
devil's
or,
juice.
Red wine.
I love me some red wine, bro. I'll go for a nice red blend, something sweet, juicy.
I can't sip on things. I just chug everything I drink.
Yeah.
Whiskey, I'm pretty good at. I've been trying to dabble into
Tough to
whiskey
just
now.
glug, whiskey.
Like a nice fucking like good whiskey.
Yeah, it is pretty tough.
Like I got was it Bland's or something?
Oh,
like that?
that's good, dude. That's hard to get.
You know
That's
why
not hard to get, but that's.
Do you know why I bought it though?
Why?
Because someone's like, "Yo, that's a drinking John Wick." I'm like,
Oh
give me
yeah,
a bottle.
oh
Give me
yeah.
a John Wick
Bro.
drinks. Give me a fucking bottle,
Bro, we be trying to get Blanton's at my job. Like we have it, but we'll run out, and it'll bitch to get, bro. Blanton's is good. Blanton's, Basil Hayden, all
I got
that
a guy.
shit.
If you're looking for some, if you need a bottle for yourself, I got a guy.
Oh man, I'm trying not.
Top of the line.
I don't know if I wouldn't say. I don't know.
It's
I'm
good,
there. I'm not like that. Even though I bartend, I don't like. Oh, how much does that cost? Bro, you're gonna come out to eat. Don't ask me how much something costs.
That's gonna be top shelf though. If you go to like bar, yeah, you're gonna.
It's good shit, bro. That's good. That's good whiskey, bro.
I get that. Maker's Mark is good.
Maker's Mark, Whistle Pig, there's some good shit.
People like I said, Buffalo Trace is getting pretty big.
Buffalo Trace
it's
is
hard, but it's pretty fucking cheap. It's only like $35 a bottle. Like,
dude, the people that drink Buffalo Trace the rye, I'm like, can I get old fashioned Buffalo rye? Ugh.
Was it nasty?
Rye is more. I think they say rye is more bitter. It's more bitter, or they use something. The way they make it with the hops or something has more of a bitter taste. So it's like it just tastes.
This
could be completely bro science, but that's what I was told. So if you say rye anything, I'm like, ooh. I know I just had Pendleton rye on Friday because we were sponsored by them, so we had to rock their shit, and I was bartending. So I tried their Pendleton rye, and that one was actually not that bad. It was a little tasty. It was for a rye. It was a little tasty, but I gotta, the drinking's gotta stop because we're in comp.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a few drinks.
Nah, dude, you're going on vacation, bro. This guy's going 2-week vacation,
Wedding.
bro. A wedding, my
Destination
bad.
wedding, my wedding.
Yo, that's your wedding?
My wedding, dude.
Bro, I thought it was just a fuck. You never said your wedding.
Oh shit, my bad. My
Just
wedding.
dropped it on
Bro,
us, guys.
oh shit, congrats, man.
Thank you. Yep. 6
Yeesh,
years.
6 years?
I think with the girl 6 years and can't believe she hasn't left yet.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Uh,
Shout out. I think I'm going to die single. If my
you're
ex-girlfriend's
still young,
hearing this, I'm
dude.
sorry.
I didn't start dating. Well, no, I was 27 when I started dating her, but
Bro,
don't need to rush it, bro.
No, dude. I'm totally obsessed with jiu-jitsu right now, bro. This jiu-jitsu game, we're probably going to end on this, but probably 2 hours to get with you guys.
Yeah,
around there.
I'm fucking starving, dude.
Yeah, 2 hours to get with you, Tran.
Yeah, eat.
The jiu-jitsu game, bro, it's an obsession.
Oh yeah,
And you're
I'm
dabbling
loving
into it, bro, and you're getting the bug, and I can see it. Especially when you compete, bro. You'll definitely, it's a different fucking dude. It's a different lifestyle.
Well,
It's
like I
not-
said, I was gonna back out, then your conversation trains like, yeah, no, you gotta train differently. I'm like, I'm gonna.
That's
do it.
all it is, bro. That's literally, dude, you're always going to be injured in jiu-jitsu. Always. Like, if you're not training hard. You're not rolling hard. Like, you don't have to roll hard all the time.
No, that's the thing I gotta learn though.
Like,
That's what I gotta learn.
yeah, you have to, there's, it's tough, man. It's tough. Trent, you want to keep going, or is 2 hours good for you?
Oh, I don't know. It's up to you guys.
I want to go eat. So
I mean, we can still go, if Ryan.
Yeah,
we can finish
I'm-
up. You want to finish up with some shit before?
Yeah, we can finish it up.
Yeah, we'll finish it up, bro.
How much longer are you guys thinking?
I don't know, bro. I'm flowing, bro. I ain't got nothing.
Well, I was gonna say, I
Me
know
and Tran talk for it, dude.
Yeah,
We
I
talk.
know.
So this is one of the reasons why I want to have Tran, because like we go to that parking lot, bro, and we'll talk for 2 hours.
We were there the other day after the morning class, which was a great. I showed my brother that, and he loved that. I forgot. I don't know what the fuck that move was or whatever.
Oh,
we did.
the reverse triangle,
Fucking.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I love that.
bro. We'll talk. Tran.
That's a good move.
I mean, it's mostly me talking, but we'll talk for like.
What's your podcast? You're supposed to be talking.
No, I'm talking about like outside. Like we'll talk, bro.
yeah.
We will fucking rip it. Like we'll just go. Like my son will be like, "Daddy."
I think
Hey.
one time we were there till like midnight. I swear.
Holy
Bro, we be there late, and it's like,
Me, Daniel, and Josh.
bro, in wintertime too, bro, we'd be like, just fun. And I was like, guys, let's just go inside and have a podcast. Like, let's just go inside and have a podcast. But I know, yeah, Ryan, if you're hungry, yeah, we'll finish it up because we'll rip some. I want to rip some other topics with Tran, just about like some jiu-jitsu stuff.
Yeah, shoot it up.
Let me tell you, Tran, I won't go too late. You know what I'm saying? But like, the luxury is
Midnight.
that. Yeah, the luxury is we can keep, we can go, right?
Going, yeah. Might as well.
Yeah, Tran's just warming up, guys. You don't understand, man. We have this bond where we woke up at 3 a.m. and I did that New York trip with him a few times.
Oh man, that was rough.
Rough. One time, bro. I was like, I had to drive. I was driving back, and I was trans my GPS, and I was like, yeah, let's go to Dunkin' Donuts. And dude, this Dunkin' Donuts was 40 minutes out the way.
Oh, that's
So we left.
I don't know what the fuck happened.
Bro, okay, so then we go to the Dunkin' Donuts. We're like 40 minutes away, right? Which I'm like, bro, this is a Dunkin' Donuts, man. We're in Massachusetts. I'm from Mass, bro. There's a Dunkin' Donuts
Fucking
across
everywhere.
each other, bro.
Yeah.
And whatever. We leave. What time did we leave? We usually left at what? We did the 12 o'clock class, so we usually left like 2.
Yeah, 2:30, 3 o'clock.
2:30, bro. So
3:30, like 3 o'clock the latest because we're trying to beat the traffic. 'cause
New York City to here. So we did it in 2.5 hours,
yeah.
bro. I don't know what we did.
Coming back is a different story.
Yeah, coming back is at least 4 hours, right? Easy, 4 hours, easy. But I don't know what we did. Placido, he was with us. He took a nap. Sun's still out. It was wintertime, but we left at 3 o'clock. I don't know what we did. We missed an exit. We missed something.
Yeah, we fucked up.
Bro, we didn't get back to like 8, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Placido woke up like, yo, what happened? I was like, bro, no,
Oh, man, I don't know.
dude,
What the hell happened?
what did we do? And I was like, Tran, did we miss an exit? And he's like, I think we did. I was like, it didn't say anything, bro.
At Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, man, that's
They'll
my
get you,
weakness,
man.
bro. Caffeine, bro. I love it.
Let me tell you another story too. On our way up to New York, right?
It's the same time. It's the same.
No, this is like
trip?
3 in the morning. Usually, we have to leave like no later than 3 in the morning.
To be there for 7:30.
Yeah.
So the class starts at 7:30.
So you get in there right on time.
So we'll tell each other 2:15, and then we always know it's not 2:15. It's
bro,
always like
I'm
2:30.
bitch about waking
Except
up.
for
bro.
Daniel, he's always on time.
I'm always on time, bro, and I'm a bitch.
But yeah, we just have to leave at a certain time, just because we know, like, especially during the weekdays, that there's a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
And, people going to work. And, if you're like 15 minutes late, that just throws everything off.
And if you're gonna go to New York City, you have to double session it up. Like
Yeah.
you're not doing a 3-hour drive to take one class.
No, absolutely.
So you do the 7:30 class, shower, eat, take the 12 o'clock class. You have to, you know?
Mm. Yeah. I think, hold on. Something.
Oh, wow. My SD card has limited space remaining. That's fine. We'll go till it's done, till it's almost done.
It's probably what could be 2 hours, a little more.
Yeah, I guess we'll finish up here.
Well, let's hear the story first, right?
Yeah, no. We'll finish.
yeah.
No, we'll finish up with another 10 minutes.
So this funny story is, it's a long drive, so it's a 2.5 hour, maybe 3 hours, depending on, if we had traffic or not. And I remember if we stopped, right, we'd fuck.
Oh, I know this story.
We would fuck ourselves.
Oh, I know this story.
We would fuck ourselves.
Oh, I'm fucking
Because
stupid.
if we stopped, then we were definitely hitting traffic, and because we were already running late as is. So we were almost there. I swear, we're like 15 minutes almost there. Dan, like for the last past half hour of the drive, he's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, dude, just hold on, we'll go there.
Bro,
he
I didn't have to shit, bro. Dude, so I chugged so much water, and when we went to a rest stop, I bought caffeine, chugged that, didn't piss, kept drinking water, had a big ass gallon, a Polar Spring,
Yep.
the round ones.
Yep.
Continue. So
he's
I didn't have to
hydrating
shit.
himself.
I
'cause
had to. I was like, I have to piss, guys.
he had to piss so bad. So if anybody ever held their piss for a certain long, you know how much that hurts.
Every bump, bro.
Yeah, just a little tinkle might come out, and if
no.
that starts, you're pissing over my back seat, basically.
Bro, I thought about just pulling down the window and whipping my dick on pissing. I was like,
Dude,
bro,
piss in the water bottle.
bro, I did.
You filled it up?
Halfway.
He halfway filled that thing up, and I looked back, and the thing looked like apple juice. And I said, "Oh my god, dude, your bladder's gonna hurt so bad."
He was like, yo, you were holding that in? I was like, guys, I'm either going to piss out here or I'm going to piss myself. We need to pull over. And I think we were like in the city. So the way we were going, you couldn't really pull over. There was nowhere to pull over, bro. It was scary. I was like, dude.
There was no like breakdown lanes or anything.
Nah, and shout out to like, Kyle Hodgins. He was with us, and that was the first time me meeting this kid. And we're both at the back seat. And I'm like, bro, I got to piss. Kyle got to piss. Kyle, the trans like, fucking with me,
we're
blah,
almost
blah.
there. We're almost there.
Bro, we were not. We were like 10 minutes. I was like, bro. So I took the bottle was a liter bottle.
Yeah.
Wide.
That's a big bottle.
I filled it up halfway.
Oh
They're
my
like, you
God.
had that in you? I was like, bro, I wasn't bullshitting, bro.
One of those gallon Poland Spring bottles.
Huge, bro. I had a
It's
fucking
like a kegger. Kind of like,
Bro, it was crazy how bad I had to piss. That was a good time. That was good times that we've had,
but
bro.
he made it up. We usually find parking. We try to like find free parking, and he found it.
Yeah. Oh,
So we
dude,
have
I
the
always
spot.
had to. Oh, dude, I'm always the one like I'll fucking pay for it. I'll pay for fucking parking, and I'm always the one that finds the parking because what you have to do is you have to get there for 7 and park next to a car that's already parked and just wait. So you see a whole bunch of cars just waiting. Oh, there's a parker right there. Go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And you'll fucking like eagle eyes. And I had boom. And I was like, bro, we waited like 10 minutes. I'm like, dude, we got to go. Because I'm impatient, bro. I'm like, hitting it on time is not on time. You know, I want to be there 20 minutes early. We got to go. They're like, no, dude, we're going to find parking. I said, bro, what is it? $35 for the day? I'll pay for the day. Come on. Let's just go. I don't care.
Yeah, it's New York, so things are expensive.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
We try to limit our gas or expenses to make it sustainable.
We try to pack that car, bro. Be like, yo, can you make it for 3 o'clock? Okay, cool. And then we'll pack it up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, those are fucking good ass days, man.
Yeah, I miss
those are good ass days, bro. That's how you really like you go. And we trained at the best. We trained with the Danaher Death Squad, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
we did.
fucking bunch of nobodies, bro. Training there, getting our ass beat.
And that's the thing with jiu-jitsu is like it's not like any other sport. You know, you can train on the same mat with professionals. You know? Whereas you
Crazy.
go to like football game or a basketball game or any other
Like
sport.
going to LA. That's like going to LA Fitness and balling out with fucking Carmelo Anthony. You know, like you shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we
that's the one thing too. Like like coming into the sport, like walking the mat, and it's like, if when I walked on, someone's like, it was Matt, and he's like, oh, hey, you want to roll? I'm like, oh shit, and like next one's like, someone else is like, hey, you want to roll? I'm like, yeah, I have no idea my first day here, but I'll definitely do it. And then just like it's just cool because like you guys will be, hey, you gonna get it rolling? And so it's cool that everyone, doesn't matter what rank you are, everyone wants to roll with each other, and it's a good feeling. It's like you don't have to worry about this guy like, oh fuck you, I'm purple belt, or I'm a blue belt. I'm not rolling with a white belt or something.
Except for
like
Matt, I say no every time. I was like, nah, bro, you injure too many people. You're too big. I think I'm gonna start rolling with him though, because I'm feeling stronger, so I'll probably be able to handle it. But I'm like, nah. One time he stacked me and fell on me before I had a super fight, and ever since then I've kind of been like, you need more body awareness and control.
Yeah,
you know, just because like I can't risk getting injured before a match. You have to be smart about it. You know, if you're gonna roll with bigger guys, they have to be like me. Like they have to know their size and be technical with it, and not like just. You can mount me all you want, you know what I mean? But you can't like fall awkwardly on shit, you know what I'm saying, or on my head. Like, dude, come on, bro. I can get hurt,
But there's some big people here too that don't really know how to use their pressure either,
bro.
Like,
So
there's
that's shout out to that's wrestling, bro. Like it's jujitsu pressure, but like learning your base and your weight distribution, that's wrestling, man.
That's what I try to do, like, because I know my skill was not that good, but I know how I kind of figure out how to do the pressure part. So
Yeah,
I
chest to chest, and it helps when they grab you and shit.
Especially like with someone like the blue belts I roll with, I try to just fucking make him feel as uncomfortable as possible.
That's all you have to do, bro.
And then, like I said, so at least that can give me that opening that I can try to figure out what I'm doing, but I usually don't.
For sure.
all right, it's the first step.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna probably cap this podcast at this because I'm telling you now, I could do 4 hours easy.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I could do 4 hours easy.
No, because I'm gonna start getting hangry.
Yeah.
Ryan's
But
getting
no,
angry.
we're only capping it because the SD card is full.
Yeah, you're running out of memory, huh?
Yeah, which is not a problem. At least now I know like time frame, like a range.
This was good though. I think it was, especially first
I didn't think that-
podcast, everyone got a good intro in, and
I didn't think us talking about ourselves would take that long. I thought that would be like 15 minutes. You know, like, hey, I've been training for this and this and that. But like you really get to know your teammates at a different level.
absolutely.
But yeah, we're definitely gonna be doing this at least once a week, maybe even twice a week. I just have to learn how to.
And I just kind of like just hit the tip of the iceberg of my history.
No, we're definitely gonna keep
So
dwelling.
we got a shit ton.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep dwelling into that, and like, there's so much that we have to talk, bro.
You don't get it all done in one.
Nah, yeah, dude, I'm the kind of guy, bro. More is more. More is more for me. I don't do less. I gotta have guys like Ryan and Tran, like, bro, chill. Hey, bro, chill. No. I'd be like, Ryan, I'm gonna go hit the gym after. I'll do a heavy dead, and then I'll do an hour of teaching and some rolling, and I'll be like, Ryan, I'm gonna go do some more.
Nope.
And then I get in my car, bro, and that shit, boop, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna do that. And Ryan's like, if you're gonna do it, it's light, bro. It's light. So I'll be at the gym doing like back pulls at like 15 pounds, and people be looking at me, and I'm like, I don't.
Fuck them.
30 reps, baby. 30 reps. And I'd be like, this is miserable. But any little extra. So anyways, guys, first podcast done.
Sick.
Shit was
Finally
dope.
did it, huh?
Dude, finally,
We were talking about it for.
all I had to do was quit my job simultaneously. Hey,
There you go.
had to get to, I finally got Tran, finally tied him down, bro. This guy does too much. We're not going to have Ryan for the next 2 weeks because this guy's getting married.
Whoop,
Yeah, you
whoop.
just told us.
Woo! This shit's dope, bro. It's gonna be
Bomb on us.
hell yeah. Just dropped a bomb, dropped a nuke.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's the end of your life right there.
I know.
Me and Tran are kind of like anti-relationships, so you're talking to the wrong
Nah,
two
she's
guys.
a good one. Like
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
I wanted to put a fucking ring
So
on
he's
it.
a lucky one, guys. When you,
I'm a
that
lucky
shit's
one.
real. If
nice.
she doesn't give you a hard time about training,
Dude,
you keep her.
This girl brings me. She goes to the store and got me Oreos when I was in the academy. I cannot,
Bro, you
lose
keep-
this
you
one.
keep- you
I
keep girls
cannot
like that.
lose
Those
this
fucking
one.
Oreos, bro.
Yeah.
let's not even
dude.
go down this rabbit hole
That's the
about
key to
relationships,
the
bro.
Yeah, that's not. That's. I want to be here for that one though.
About
I
relationships.
got some fucking.
Well, we'll definitely do that.
yeah.
I think we all have it.
Absolutely,
We could always talk.
And we'll have
anyways.
those drinks too.
Oh yeah, dude. We'll do that once a month. Once a month, definitely grab some
After
drinks and
after the
The drinks,
tournament.
yeah.
Yeah,
After,
after
September 18th?
September. Oh yeah. Shout out, guys! September 18th. We're doing I'm doing my first competition back since COVID. Tran's competing for the first time since COVID, and Ryan might be competing for the first time. So we should document it because it's pretty cool. We're gonna be competing in Springfield,
Yep.
which is fucking dope.
Right
Bro.
in our
Over the
hometown.
bridge.
You're right there. The energy is gonna be great. The team's all looking great. We're training hard, so
A lot of people.
we're gonna document that. So yeah, I'll get this out. I'll learn how to download this and boom, put it on everything that we can put it on, and no edits.
No
edits. So
Straight raw.
straight raw, baby. That's how I like it. I'm just joking.
All
All right,
right,
shout
now-
out. I'm shout out. Hey sponsors. Hey sponsors. Hey future sponsors. I'm joking. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Peace out.
Awesome,
We're
guys.
done.